The wide, wide world of sports is going on here.
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat.
Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio. Yeah!
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Monday. I know it's Monday, and you're like, oh, it's Monday, but it's a holiday week. So it's not like a normal Monday, right? You got a short week. Probably going to work hard today.
Technically, this is our Wednesday.
Yeah. You're going to work hard today, tomorrow. Wednesday's pretty much out the window for most people.
You know,
And the rest of the week certainly is.
First of all, let me just admire. I'm going to assume Tanner's work that he got Sonny's balanced. We've been working at this for weeks.
It was not me.
No, but for weeks now we've been waiting on it, working on it. So props that Sonny's are balanced.
Yes.
I feel like this is maybe the worst week possible
Really?
to initiate a change in your system.
He's venting about something else.
Oh my God. Okay. When you fundamentally change the way every single thing that someone does
Yeah.
is done,
Yeah.
it makes it next to impossible. Like my hands have been tied. I know none of this makes sense to anybody.
No, it doesn't.
But we have a completely new system over on our sister station, 92.9 The Brand. I'm trying desperately to make it work, but it's a lot of different elements that I'm not used to.
Yeah. Well, you'll just learn it, and then when you learn it, you have it.
It's fine. It's just Mondays. Am I right?
Yeah. But then again, when's the right time to do that?
Any time that's not a 3-day work week, when I guarantee that all heck's going to break loose.
I don't think it's going to be that bad.
When one of the two local teams has made it into the state championship.
Well, by the way, congratulations to the Artesia Bulldogs. They defeated Farmington to
Walloped
advance to the state championship. Congratulations to Goddard. Obviously, not getting the win they wanted over Los Lunas,
but an amazing showing.
But they played their guts out and just came up a little short there. But congratulations. So it'll be Artesia and Los Lunas in that championship game. I believe it'll be on Saturday, that game. Although, you know what? Do they have a date on I was looking this morning, and I forgot to see if they put a date on there yet. It will be the 27th at 1 p.m. That's Saturday. So
Saturday at 1.
1 p.m. That is in stone. So we'll have audio only of that game on our sister stations, 990 AM and its translator 93.7 FM KSVP. You will be able to listen to audio only
with the scoreboard.
With the scoreboard at ksvptv.com.
Right.
We cannot bring actual video of that broadcast, like we could in the Goddard game either.
Right.
We were able to purchase the rights for the Artesia Farmington game because they weren't going to send a crew down. But when they go to Los Lunas, Albuquerque, that whole region, they're going to have that covered. So anyway, but congratulations to them, and of course, congratulations to Goddard and Roswell on good seasons as well. Although neither one getting the championship that they hoped for at the end of the season, but still had good seasons.
Oh, salt the wound, why don't you?
I'm just saying they had good years. I know
they did.
Played their gut. They played great seasons, and it wasn't the ultimate, prize for them, but they played well this year. A good year. That they played their guts out.
The fact that both teams, both Artesia and Goddard, went up against 11-0 teams, I mean, and held their own really, really solidly for the entirety of the game. I mean, that's absolutely amazing.
Well, it's got some good teams in the district, and that's what happens. You get good competition. So, but yes, we will have that Artesia Los Lunas championship game Saturday for you, and then of course we'll be getting full into basketball here before you know it, and a lot of that will be online. Will be video online for our basketball and all that. But playoff games and stuff we'll put on the radio. But most of that will be video online for this season. So just to give you a heads up there.
Either.
But happy Monday, happy Thanksgiving week. Hope you're got plans for you. I don't know who needs to hear this morning or not. But if you haven't, pull your turkey out of the freezer.
Yeah, put it in the fridge.
Yeah, hopefully you did it over the weekend, especially if it's a larger bird. I think in anything about 15 pounds and up, you should have put in like Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's ways to like accelerate the thaw time.
Well, you can not put it in the fridge and let it cool out of nature.
But they say like 8 or 9 hours on just like the countertop, and then once it's kind of like reached a little bit of a thaw, put it back in the fridge.
Maybe
just to kind of like let it to keep it at a decent temperature.
Or do Thanksgiving on Saturday, whatever.
There you go.
Whatever.
Good plan.
That's the other thing too.
That's right.
So, but it was of course my world as a Washington fan in football was happy because Dallas lost, which made Dallas fans unhappy.
Yeah.
Washington won, which makes Washington fans happy. So I was happy this weekend. It was a good weekend for football, other than the Goddard loss. But as far as NFL and all that, I was pretty happy.
Yeah, our Packers lost, but yeah.
We're
still doing pretty good this season.
Was it Arizona they lost to?
I think the Cardinals. I fell to.
That was Colt McCoy that beat him. You never go against Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy, he's a guy that he shows up once every couple years. When he does, it's magic.
That's a dude that sounds like when people describe him, they say he shoots from the hip.
He does.
Like that's what I'm saying. Oh, Colt McCoy, that's a boy shoots from the hip.
Well, he was a backup for Washington for
was he?
For years. And Dallas Cowboy fans remember a Monday night where old Colt McCoy was he was our backup quarterback. Starter got hurt. Colt McCoy was going to start Monday night for Washington against a heavily favored Dallas Cowboy team. Colt McCoy went in there and just lit him up and walked away with the victory. It was a beautiful evening.
A guy named Colt McCoy is the kind of guy like that sounds like he would be J.R. Laws or J.R.'s from
he's a Texas boy,
favorite football player.
He's a Texas boy. He was a quarterback at
I hear his name being said with like a Bell's palsy.
Yeah,
Colt McCoy.
Pew pew.
Very Shooter McGavin. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah. Shooter McGavin, Colt McCoy.
Blows his finger.
Dude, I did hear, and honestly, it's the best nickname for a local player I've heard a long time. Long John Silva. Love it. That's fantastic.
Then you got to ask people why he got that name, and then you got to explain that.
No, because I throw him deep. Long John Silva. I thought that was fantastic.
I love fish and chips.
Are you a fan of the seaboard? Yar, I am. Yar.
Lobster bites.
Hey. Gets a little bright in one of my eyes every now and again.
Not much lobster, but that's the treasure. Trying to find it.
Walking around like you have a peg leg when you don't. Just never bending at the knee.
Happy Monday, either way. We do have a full slate for you for today.
Nice.
Dr. Keon Agar with Carabelli Dental going to join us here this hour and give us an update what's happening over there. Then in the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, Don Weld with Friends of Bitter Lake and Steve Alvarez. He's with the Park Service. He kind of runs things over at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge. Steve and Don will join us and give us update on all the things happening. They got, of course, their Cocoa event coming up here pretty quick, and they're opening things back
cranes,
up.
I believe, right?
Yes, cranes, as in the bird.
Yes,
not the construction equipment.
This is weird. Spilled cocoa all over myself. I don't know what I'm doing up here.
They just drive cranes around out there, and then they bring them back.
Look at this crane. I made it whoop.
I watched it in A&A. But anyway, so Don and Steve will join us, give us an update of what's happening out at Bitter Lake. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, we're going to have a young man named Nick Baca join us. This young man is a Boy Scout who is going for his Eagle Scout. And he's going to come in and talk about his Eagle Project. And if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, I'll explain that to you when Nick's here. But yeah, he's a young man. He's trying for his Eagle Scout. And one of the requirements for Eagle Scout is they have to plan, coordinate, and execute a service project that benefits the community. They got to go from beginning planning phases to execution and getting the material, the labor, the cost, they got to plan it from start to finish and show their work. And so he's in the midst of doing that, and he's going to join us, tell us about his project and where you, the public, can help this young man. So Nick will join us here about 9:15, and we'll talk all about that.
Very good.
Plus, we'll have your hourly features that include the news of the national and local variety. Went with the I.
Just keeping mental notes.
Because it rhymes with pie, and you're going to eat a lot of that this weekend.
Theoretically.
If best pumpkin, let me rephrase this. Best pie to eat at Thanksgiving that is not pecan or pumpkin. Go.
Cherry.
All right.
Cherry. Whipped cream.
All right.
Love it. Favorite. Peach cobbler is a close second, although that's not really a pie.
Yeah.
And it's not really a Thanksgiving dessert necessarily, but peach cobbler is always, up there.
My wife's family, like her sister makes this pie that was, I think, their grandmother's, or it was, I don't even remember what's in it or what the main thing is in it, because it's got things I don't like, so I never eat it.
Right.
But they call it the Jeff Davis pie, named after Jefferson Davis, not Jefferson Davis.
Is this a
Hogg.
family recipe, or is this like a known thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I never heard of it till they had it, but they called it the Jeff Davis pie, and named after not Jefferson Davis Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard, but
that's the thing.
Jeff Davis, the Confederate general. So I don't know. What's in that, Jeff?
It says it's another slave cook invention. So it is.
But they make
described
this pie.
as a pecan pie without the pecans. So it's basically like a corn syrup pie.
Is it? I don't know.
Essentially.
I thought it had other stuff.
Okay,
in it.
well, it's got. Hang on.
I have to ask my wife on what's in this pie.
There are subtle differences between the pies, like the addition of cream or the exclusion of lemon juice or vinegar, using spices like nutmeg, allspice, or cinnamon. More expensive ingredients. Hang on. Kentucky sweet custard pies all harken back to the days of Appalachian housewives, without more expensive ingredients like fruits, nuts, or candies. Could use simpler ingredients like egg, sugar, and butter to make just pie. Some say chest pie came from the fact that it could be stored in a pie chest and didn't need refrigeration.
Oh. I don't know how I feel about
chest pie, buttermilk pie, transparent pie, vinegar pie, sugar pie, they're all basically the same type of just a pie. Not like a cherry, not like a... You know what I'm saying?
What flavor is this pie? Pie.
It's pie flavored pie, dang it. Not like where any fruit is a specific star of the show, but it's an amalgamation of all things pie.
Gotcha. All right.
If that makes sense.
Sort of.
It's a depression era. Although, you know what? As I was reading through those chest pies, I remember having those growing up. Vinegar pies was a big one. I had a...
Sounds like the mascot for Community of Pies.
I had I'm pretty sure I told you about it too when I got back, but I had a tomato pie while I was off in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Andrew was talking about a big deal about tomato
Was
pies.
not a fan. Well, it was more savory than it was sweet, if I'm being honest. It was like there was no sugar in it. It was like tomato with a bunch of pumpkin pie spices.
At that point, when's it become a casserole?
It was it was more like a pot pie than anything else.
Was there anything other than tomato in it?
Nuts.
Ew.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Ew.
it was pecans. It was like pecans, tomatoes, stuff. I think it was pretty much.
I know some people are going to be mad at me about this. We need to wrap this up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of nuts in savory dishes.
Oh, really?
No.
Really?
I don't think nuts belong in savory dishes. That's a
Do you
dessert
don't like
thing.
Thai? Okay, this is totally a discussion for another time.
Pad Thai to me is not good. That's my least favorite of all Thai food. I do not like nuts, and it does not taste right to me.
I thought you and I could hang out, man.
It ain't right. I love nuts, but in sweet things
How
or
is
by
it
themselves.
not right? You know what? We have a guest. Conversation for another time. You and I are going to fight another day.
It's like it's just not right.
And I shall argue with you a second time.
Oh, not natural. Heathen. It's 7:20. That's how you do it. You tell them about nuts and it clears them right out. 7:20. Here is your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today, mid to upper 60s. We've got high pressure over the area, so we get sunshine. A few clouds overnight and dipping into the mid 30s. A little bit warmer tomorrow, low to mid 70s, and a few clouds drifting by, and it will be a little bit breezy. Cloudy on Tuesday night, and then about 70 with more clouds on Wednesday. Thanksgiving Day looks sunny, mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, I wish it was warmer, but it ain't. 27 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 75%. Winds are, in fact, calm at the moment. It's going to be cooler this week, but not like the rest of the state. Like I was seeing Steve Stucker on this morning. He's talking about frigid this and that. I'm like, I guess for us it's frigid, but it's not really. Like the high today is like 66 and sunny. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 10. Tonight, partly cloudy. Overnight low of 34. West winds at around 5. Tuesday, we're back in the mid-70s with west winds 5 to 10. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 44. Wednesday, we're going to be at 70 under partly cloudy skies. Southwest winds at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday night, we do have a chance of rain, a 20% chance of rain before 11. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 35. Our cool day will be Thanksgiving Day. Mostly sunny, highs in the mid-50s, 55. And then for your Black Friday, sunny skies back into the mid-60s, 65 for a high there. All right, 7:22. We're going to take a quick commercial break here after your Roswell Livestock Report. But real quick, don't forget they got fresh inventory right now at Richland Chevrolet Cadillac GMC on West 2nd. Some of the vehicles that have just arrived include a 2022 Cadillac XT6. It's in crystal white tri-coat. A 2022 Chevrolet 2500 Custom Double Cab. It's got a 6.6 gas engine. It's got they have a 2022 1500 Denali with a 6.2 liter engine in it. It's in cayenne red. They also have a 2021 GMC 1500 Elevation Edition in satin steel metallic, and a 2021 GMC 1500 Elevation Edition. It's a double cab in dark sky metallic. Those and more on the lot right now at Richland. Stop on by at Richland on West 2nd or online at rlchevrolet.com. All right, 7:23. We got about a 3.5 minute commercial break, and then Keon Agar, Dr. Keon, will join us here from Carabelli Dental. Don't go away.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good Thanksgiving run this week with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves and light yearlings with condition, and young open cows and cow-calf pairs. We expect to sell 1,750 head, breaking down like this. 350 weighing cows and bulls, 125 to 150 pairs bred cows, 1,250 to 1,300 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 105 cows, Animas Foundation, Animas, New Mexico, ex-quality black, white face Angus and Brangus cross cows. These cows pregged open at the ranch. Approximately 40 of these cows are 4 to 6 years old. 51 cow-calf pairs off the Animas Foundation, ex-quality black, white face cows with Angus calves at sides, 4 to 8 years old, mostly 4s to 6s, 183 calves, Diamond A Western Division, Animas, New Mexico. Excellent quality black Angus and Brangus crosses. These calves wean 60 plus days, thin condition, 300, 450 pounds. 64 calves, D Square Ranch, Corona, New Mexico. Ex-quality black and red Angus cross calves, medium condition, 300, 500 pounds. 25 calves, the Conklin family, Lake Arthur, New Mexico. Ex-quality black Angus cross calves, shots at Brandon, 400, 650 pounds. 142 calves, Chillicothe Ranch, Valentine, Texas. Ex-quality 90% black, white face Angus and Brangus cross calves, medium condition, 400, 600 pounds. And 50 calves, the Eason Ranch at Clonch, New Mexico. Ex-quality black, white face, red, white face English cross calves, shots at Brandon, 400, 500 pounds. Also 15 to 20 Angus cross, babies, and roping-sized calves for today. Sale time this morning, 9 o'clock. Sale pairs bred cows 10:30. Be selling calves and yearlings about 11 to 11:30. We expect to sell 1,750 head here today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Looking for big Black Friday deals? Come to Decor Furniture and Electronics. Decor is all in for Black Friday, offering big discounts in every department. Save on a huge selection of TVs and sound systems, all with Black Friday discounts. Decor has special savings on living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, recliners, love seats, sectionals, and even Black Friday discounts on a huge selection of mattresses. Be sure to ask about no interest financing till January of 2023. Check them out on Facebook. The Black Friday sale at Decor, 815 West Mermont.
Ladies and gentlemen, So Easy Sewing finally has our most popular sewing machines and sergers back in stock. We have the Zest, our entry-level machine, on sale for $149. We have the Amazing Jazz 2, which boasts a 12-inch throat, on sale for $7.99, and our number one selling Verve sewing embroidery combo machine on sale for $9.99. All machines include lifetime instruction on the use of the machine. Hurry in to 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell to claim your new machine before they're gone. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
This is another commercial from your friends at Roswell Ford, so you're probably expecting to hear about all the great deals here at the Tailgate Nation. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. First, we want to talk about buying a car from you. Roswell Ford is looking for gently used, late model cars and trucks, and if you have one, we're prepared to pay top dollar for it, even if you're not ready to buy anything from us. Just bring it in and see how much it's worth. You'll probably be surprised. And if you are looking to trade up, Roswell Ford has 27 trucks, 30 SUVs, 22 cars, the largest pre-owned selection in southeastern New Mexico, like a Jeep Cherokee for just $10,900, a Ford Escape for just $11,900, and a Jeep Patriot for only $16,400, a Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT, just $19,900. And Roswell Ford backs each one with a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you won't be second-guessing yourself. Buying or selling, you can't go wrong when you're doing business with the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 7% of American adults, roughly 16.4 million Americans, believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. We don't know if they asked them where strawberry milk comes from. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:27, and joining us in studio this morning from Carabelli Dental, Dr. Keon Agar back with us.
Telebelly.
Ooh, that could be maybe.
How you doing, Mike?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm great.
Y'all ready for Thanksgiving?
Kind of, yeah. We're doing it a little different this year. So we did like an early Thanksgiving this weekend with part of the family, and then we decided.
Are you doing multiple rounds of Thanksgiving?
We are, yeah.
Nice.
So I kept a lot of my wife's pregnancy clothes, for me to use over the week, stretchy pants, and so we're gonna do we're doing like a Roswell Thanksgiving, and then we're gonna do like a family Thanksgiving. We're gonna travel to my mother-in-law had like knee replacement surgery.
Okay.
So they were like, we don't want to travel, which I don't blame them. Yeah. And they were like, we don't really want to have, they basically don't want to see anybody. So,
I got you.
So we're going to like take Thanksgiving up there.
Well, you've had additions to the family since last Thanksgiving, right?
Yes. Well, no. Yes and no. Yeah, we have a 1-year-old.
Gotcha. So it's been right around that.
Right around that, yeah. So last year we didn't really do anything because, when 1-year-old's born in the fall and you kind of, a baby's born in the fall and you kind of don't take him out much.
Sure.
Plus, there was like COVID stuff. I wasn't really worried about my newborn getting COVID. I was more like RSV and all the traditional stuff you see, and she was a little early. So
now the baby's ready for
now she's ready to roll. Yeah, now she's the origin of all the diseases. So
cool. Well, that gets you, but that actually saves you with relatives a little bit because now you come and they're all paying attention to your kids and they leave you alone.
Right. Yeah. Now I can just go drink scotch on the couch and no one bothers me. Yeah.
Everyone's so enamored with your children.
Suddenly I'm like much more popular with all the relatives. Now because we've got the first round of grandbabiys.
Okay.
And so we're like the
you did your job.
Yeah, we're like the holy children. We're like the we could do no wrong family now.
They're spreading the family. They're good.
Yeah, they're good. We bring the grandbabies. They're just like so yeah. My wife is officially like the favorite of the whole family because she made the babies. Yeah. So
I get that. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So-
You all can do your celebrity tour this time.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna do kind of a smaller Thanksgiving and like just local Roswell.
Are you a turkey fan?
As like, are they my football team?
No, I mean a turkey, like
just kidding.
like a to eat, like
Yeah,
like
honestly,
like if you're doing multiple Thanksgivings and assuming there's turkey at all these, are you okay with that?
So I actually picked up a. So I'm fine with turkey. I think turkey's fine. You know, I feel like turkey's kind of like different chicken.
Okay,
like, it's kind of,
you're like that's what there is to eat. I'll eat it.
It's kind of drier chicken most of the time, unless someone does it really, really well. Which, like I'm not that person.
Okay.
So I was gonna smoke the turkey this year, and then was like, well, I'm only feeding like 5 people, and like two of them are 3 or under, so they don't eat. It's like they're gonna eat mashed potatoes. So it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So actually, Sam's had a sale on like prime rib.
Oh, nice!
Oh, yeah,
you went the beef route. I like
it. So it was $20 off any package of prime rib.
Okay.
And so most of them were like $120. Well, there was one for $40, and I was like, so half off. It's 20% off. So I was like, pretty nice size.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, do that. So we're doing beef for Thanksgiving.
Nice.
And
sounds like you almost paid less than a turkey.
No, yeah, seriously. No, it was less than a turkey. Yeah.
That's great.
Less than a turkey, and I think it's going to be a lot. I'm gonna like a lot more. So
hey, nobody said, "Oh man, there's steak." I'm upset.
No, I know, right? So yeah, I'm totally happy with it. We do have I did pick up some turkey sandwich meat. So
good.
So
for leftovers
for the next day we have turkey sandwiches.
Very
so
good.
we keep up that holy tradition.
Although leftover prime rib sandwich ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's probably not. Well, again, we only got the 40-pound roast.
This is true.
So there's probably not going to be much left over.
This is true. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be maybe fill them up on chips and whatnot. Before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Which honestly, I always do anyways. So I'm always like, you always like pre-eat all this stuff. I don't know. My mom always put out like olives and pickles. That's like she always kept
pickles,
like little pickles and sweet pickles. Yeah, all those
deviled eggs or something.
Yep. Put all that food out, and then like you get to Thanksgiving, and you're like, I'm already ready for a nap. Like,
It's like if I have any more things and smothered in something, I'm going to be.
Yeah. No, but Thanksgiving, we're looking forward. It'll be good, and taking some time just to kind of spend with family. It's good. And I think traditions change once you have like little children. I mean, I'm sure a lot of your listeners who have children or are grandchildren.
Sure.
I almost feel like it changes even more when the grandchildren show up.
Sure.
So
your attention shifts.
Yeah. So it's cool to see like the family dynamic of my parents,
being grandparents.
They love it. Yeah. And so great. And then like how much my kids like. It's cool. Like, so my wife started really pushing like Halloween in July. So she started having to watch like Halloween movies and cartoons like in July because she's like obsessed with Halloween. And so, like, we've already got our Christmas tree up.
Nice.
And we've got Christmas lights. I'm not Clark Griswold yet, but
You're getting there.
Yeah, I'm on the path. So I have a plan.
All right.
But no, so I think it's fun. The traditions are kind of fun. So like last night we found some like Mickey Christmas movies, whatever. So I tried to find stuff that I watched when I was a kid.
Okay, classic.
So I was really into. I thought it was great. I was like, I haven't seen this in 30 years, but this is awesome. And so trying to like brainwash my children into liking those too. So.
Getting them to nostalgic on things you're nostalgic about.
Yeah. I've kind of I feel like I've totally achieved like dad. Like I whatever like the top role is because my kids like pretty much like 3 movies which I've really influenced. I was like, okay, I don't mind watching these movies and I think they're classic. So one is Goofy movie,
all right,
because it's a really good movie.
Sure.
And that I like Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
If I have to watch a cartoon, like I don't mind watching that. I'm not.
If you're gonna see one over and over and over,
I don't want to watch Frozen.
Gotcha.
So my children have never watched Frozen. I'm sure someone's gonna sit there like, oh my god, call CYFD. We're not watching Frozen, and I'm not. So, and then the other one is the original Space Jam.
Oh,
weirdly,
okay.
My children, I got
the Jordan Space Jam.
The Jordan Space Jam. So it's not, it was one of those things that like, oh, like darn, like. This is the only movie that plays in the car when we're driving around.
Yeah.
And now they're like all about it. So
plus, you're a dad in a world where there's like Disney Plus, and I mean, there's literally you could put 24/7 on something, no problem. Where when we were kids, if it was Saturday, unless it was Saturday morning or like the afternoon, there was none of that out.
You know what's funny is that I realized that last night is that when I was a kid, knocked over your Carabelli team. So when I was a kid, I was actually looking for this like Mickey Mouse Christmas special, and I told my wife, I was like, no, it's like an hour long, right? And because we used to have VHSs. Well, I didn't realize my parents had just recorded like segments of a show.
Okay.
And it was like different shows, and they just recorded them all on one VHS. So it was like 1 hour runtime.
Oh, gotcha.
And I didn't realize it was something that they created from like, just watching TV and just like recording.
Their best hits tape.
Exactly. It was like best hits tape of Christmas shows, right?
Nice. Okay.
And I just assumed that like it was like Mickey Mouse Christmas, where they go get a Christmas tree, is first, and then it's followed by Mickey Mouse Scrooge or whatever it was. And I just assumed those are like that's part of one movie because that's how I watched it as a kid,
right?
Every Christmas. And so anyways, yeah. So it's kind of a realization of like, whoa, and then but you can't really make a mix. You make I don't know how to do that in this digital age. It's
you have to do some kind of jump drive.
Yeah, I don't even know how that works.
Ask Tanner. He's our expert.
Yeah, he knows about that stuff. So,
well, he may not be an expert in video, but he is an expert in teeth, which does help people here on this side.
Me, not Tanner. Well, Tanner too. Who knows? Yeah.
Tanner might be good. He might be on the side in there doing some dental
stuff
work
in the garage. Yeah, Tanner, he's my neighbor. So
is he?
I don't know. I don't know. I hear some drilling going on late at night. So who knows?
That could go either way.
Yeah,
it could be. He could be doing electronics or teeth.
It
would go either way. But
no, that teeth. Things are good. We're kind of. I think we're way past the. I mean, we've been on the show a couple times. To talk to you.
Yeah.
We're kind of past the. All the whatever COVID stuff, and I think we're back to doing what we do best.
Sure.
So it's been good.
And you guys made a lot of changes to the facility over that time too. And so in actuality, it's a safer building than it was 2 years ago.
It was
because you've re-upped the whole ventilation.
Yeah, and we added a couple extra fire extinguishers, so we're good. We've been it's been really fun, man. We've been busy and there's a lot of we've been really fortunate that people from all over Southeast New Mexico come to us and kind of trust us to help them achieve their goals.
Sure. Well, it's all about reputation, and you guys have built that reputation,
right?
Saying, you need. They work with you. They work with their patients. They, if finance is a problem, they can figure that out.
Yeah.
But if you're and again, and we said this 100 times, it's dental philosophy in all like the medical world. You talk about your doctors and things. They've gone to that. They've shifted from treating to more preventative in that philosophy, and dentistry's changed philosophies too, where it's kind of like. Everyone's got such that stigma and everyone negative dentist, and they're like, no, we're changing that because I guess a lot of people would have embarrassment, neglect issues and things, and so people would not get dental work for fear of being judged because their teeth don't look like they normally do, and people look at that as a sign of you're uneducated or whatever. Insert whatever here, and so there's that stigma there, and now that's all going away. We're like, no. If you're nervous, if you're scared, we have things to help with that. If you have a fear of pain, if you just don't like the fact that you're sitting there with your mouth open and people are sticking a bunch of stuff in it, I get that.
No.
They can
help
help
unless
ease
it's
that.
Thanksgiving, and that's okay. No one's afraid of that. Yeah, that's one of the things that's really fun about our practices is both of us, Dr. Usher and myself, have done a lot of training to be able to help people through that kind of stuff. And it's one of those things that I personally never really understood why, like you were saying you had a colonoscopy, and I hope that's not TMI for viewers,
no,
but I mean you did, and no one does a colonoscopy awake, no one goes to the doctor and has like a toe removed, or what is it, a bunion removed awake, right? Yet in dentistry, that's kind of the assumption is like, well, just lay back and just kind of stare at the ceiling for the next hour while, there's like things going on that you can't see, and we're just kind of staring in there and so it's one of those things that I think even my own perception of like what I would do and what I wouldn't do in dentistry has changed a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I probably, now that I know, I would rather just be asleep for. Why would I want to be awake for that?
Sure.
And even like for myself, like, I was, this is, since we talked about your colonoscopy, I plan to get a vasectomy soon. And I went in there, I'm like, kind of just assumed that, like, you go in there and they
knock you out.
They knock you out. They don't do it. And I'm like,
oh, hey, I heard you're awake for that. They just numb everything.
Yeah. And there's like, you see like smoke trails, and I'm like, and again, I was kind of relating that to what we do. People kind of smell the tooth stuff.
Sure.
I mean, like, there's no way around.
And you're like,
it,
hey, that's not normal.
Yeah, and it is normal. It is like,
but
I know
to them
it's
it's
normal.
not.
Yeah, but to most people, they don't think that smoking tooth is a good thing. You know, it's as bad as a smoking gun. So so it's just one of those things that it's nice to be able to. And the other thing is that it's not like a lot of our patients do come in for just routine dental care and stuff, but we also do get a lot of people who come in, and we're really fortunate that they trust us to basically do like smile transformations, whether it's because you were saying some people come in and they've lived with a certain smile for a long time, and we're able to kind of transform that, and it's crazy that nowadays, we almost have I don't want to say the ability to do anything, but stuff that we couldn't even fathom 10 years ago, we're doing, and which is really, really cool. I mean, like when I was first, when I finished school and you're doing all this extra training, you go to this, courses and hands-on courses, and you're just trying to learn stuff, and they're like, yeah, these are the limitations that we can't do. These are the things you cannot do. And now it's like, we can do them, so that's really cool.
Well, just even like dentures in those worlds. I mean, you getting implants or dentures in 2021 is night and day different than getting dentures in 1990.
It's way different. And so what we can achieve and what we can do, I mean, there's still limitations based off of health factors and all that stuff. And that's why you have to really tailor a plan to someone.
And I think too is the relationship between dentistry and orthodontics and overall care has come together. You know what I mean? In this last 20 years, they're talking about dental work affecting heart work and things like that.
Right.
I got a feeling like we finally incorporated our dentistry side into the rest of overall health a little bit, whereas I think it was almost treated just solely as a specialty. It's like you go to get your hair cut and the dentist, and then the doctor. You know what I mean? It's like it was thrown up there with that.
Right.
Where in actuality, no, it should be here with your doctors and everybody else, because what's going on there correlates with what's going on to the rest of the body.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things you really, I mean, I don't mean to preach it all, but I mean, so much of the health problems in this country, and honestly, and I'm not like the beacon of health. Like, I've got my stresses and things that everybody else does, right? But so many of the health problems we face in this country are because of our diets. A lot of the diets are kind of like artificial diets that are trying to just made for the masses. It's all this stuff, and a lot of those things are just why teeth have such a hard time. It's crazy to look back and you look at they've done anthropological studies that found skeletons from 10,000 years ago, we'll say, and they don't really have cavities. It wasn't until people started living in cities where they started eating grains and rices and processed carbohydrates that cavities became a thing. So again, like diabetes wasn't a thing when there was like hunter-gatherer societies. This wasn't a thing because what they walked around all day, they ate meat, they were outside, they got vitamin D, they slept when it got dark, all those things. So it's one of those things. It is part of the whole health plan, but the thing is, it's one of those things. It's not only that; it's a confidence thing, right? And that's what I think we're able to do. Not only are we able to give people this confidence to eat their food, to eat without pain, but also to like smile, and like and really try to tailor that portion of it, which I think is the artistic portion of what we do, to that person. Which is a lot of fun. That's the fun. It's also the really stressful part because to be honest, all the surgical stuff we do on our end is very routine for us. Most of our patients are asleep. It's not like there's a lot of the brain work we've already been done. We've gotten really good at it. It's like kind of like we just do it. You know? The thinking goes into how do we make this fit this person.
Gotcha.
So it's just really fun. It's a good time, and we have we're really, I feel really, really blessed that we've been able to kind of do all the things we're able to do down here, because there's really, I think that a lot of the stuff that we do has not been done really, in New Mexico. I mean, we have, I think Dr. Usher had a patient come down from like Grants or something the other day, and then we've had people come down from Santa Fe, and
that's great.
All
You're
the way
getting
from
people from bigger areas in the state coming down here.
We have like an orthodontist that refers their implant patients all the way from Albuquerque.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks for those patients. They
it's great for your reputation and everything.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, you're in essence in a bigger city where there should be more amenities available to you.
Right.
We're going to send you 3 hours south to get it done because they do it better there.
I mean, I hope that we
that's,
try
that's
to do
in essence what they're saying.
We just do the best we can, and try to keep up with all the national standards and stuff. Things that are basically not national, international. Keep up to what the best and the best and the best are doing. So it's just been fun, and I think there's a lot of good dentists in Southeast New Mexico, and there's not enough dentists for sure. I think there's a lot of really good ones. We just kind of differentiate ourselves.
Well, that's why you do all the outreach you do, because that's something that, for folks that don't know, is Keon's, when he's not doing Carabelli stuff, he's big in, doing his outreach and working with other dentists and healthcare providers in the state and doing free screening events and things like that throughout the year.
That, so. We're doing an event. So because of COVID stuff, it just became really hard to get, it's like, for example, we were planning on doing a free clinic, kind of at a couple cities around the state, and one of those cities, their schools are already shut down for the rest of the semester. And so they were like, "Hey, we can't sign up with you guys, let you use our facilities."
Right.
We want to, but we're just like, we're right now, we're not even seeing kids, like, let alone let you guys bring in a couple hundred people.
Sure.
So last year we had to pivot a little bit. And we ended up doing like a free denture clinic where we basically made dentures for people and served several hundred people. I mean, it was really
something was a little
less.
Person or face to face, I guess, a little bit.
Right. Well, less. It's
gathering, I guess.
Not huge gatherings. It was almost by appointment. We did it at like community centers, and we did it twice so far, and kind of led both those events. And I mean, that's one of those things I love doing dentures, love doing that kind of stuff. So it's really for me was something that kind of near and dear to my heart. So we were able to do that, and it worked out really great. And a lot of the people who needed those things, we helped them get ready for it. So we did that in kind of like Bernalillo County. The county up there helped us do it. It was just kind of easier to get people who do a lot of dentists to volunteer for that event. So we're going to do that again next year. We were planning on doing 3 different clinics of the state and doing that again next year. And then in the fall, we're doing a big event in Farmington. So
cool.
That kind of worked out because they kind of were able to reserve somewhere that basically they locked it in and they can't back out. So, I mean, so we're doing it. Yeah, so we're doing it. So, no, it'll be good. It'll be really good. Yeah.
Excellent. Of course, if you're needing help, things like that, that's where he specializes, helping families here. Kids, he can work with the kids. He works with the adults. It's an incomplete family dentist.
Yeah,
and you can come in and here's something else I want you to check into, folks. If you are dealing with sleep apnea issues, things like that, Dr. Usher, she's the one who handles this stuff.
The sleep. I have the sleep apnea. She handles the sleep apnea.
Yeah. She's the one who's the treater of this. But my wife uses it rather than have the big giant CPAP machine, which they're great. They do things. But if you're wanting an alternative or maybe something that doesn't require all that first,
yes.
Talk with Dr. Usher. She has it's basically a mouth guard is what it is.
Well, no,
but it's more advanced than that.
Yeah, it's for on a basic level, it's like a quote unquote night guard.
Yeah.
But what it does is it's kind of tuned to your jaw, and your neck, and your tongue.
Yeah, it's more than just buying a mouth guard at Walmart or something for football.
And it just it's one of those things. I mean, because I mean, I don't know how many of your viewers have like actually worn a CPAP, but man, it literally like the first time I ever saw one, I didn't know what the one looked like.
It's like Darth Vader.
It literally is like what Darth Vader, like when Darth Vader first, comes out of like the cryo chamber or whatever, or I think it was when Luke Skywalker is like, Remember he like
I think it's Empire where
he's like they're trying to bring him back from being frozen. Han Solo saves him.
Yeah,
and he's in that like chamber with the thing on his face. I'm pretty sure that's just a CPAP. I mean, I'm honestly convinced that like they just hooked
George
a CPAP.
Lucas just painted up a CPAP.
Yeah, George Lucas got a CPAP and just put him underwater and made him wear it for a while. Because it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like and now have you heard about what's happening with CPAPs? So Philips, I think, recalled all of their CPAP. They're the largest. My understanding is they're the largest CPAP maker in America. They just recalled all of them because they cause cancer. Apparently, there's some kind of foam or plastic inside of them, and this is. I mean, I would recommend just if you have a CPAP, look into it. Ask your doctor about it.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to scare people, but like, I just found out from a patient who's a doctor. He's a physician here in town, and he came in for an appointment. He was telling me about that, how he's really mad, and he's like, I've been using a CPAP for 10 years. Now they're telling me it causes cancer.
Wow,
and it's like. What?
Hold on. Say that again.
So there's a huge recall. And so I mean, I don't know. It's just, but at the same time, it does
again, if that's a concern,
save
for you.
lives. Like you need it.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing that they would bring a product to market that they could hurt people,
especially after it's been out that many years.
Yeah,
and
I don't know. Maybe it's the newer model. I don't know.
Version?
I have no. I didn't haven't like really delved
an evolution, a modernize of it, and it turned
possibly,
out okay.
It's something to do with like you have to do the cleaning of it. Like there's like
well, I remember the William Shatner commercials where they got some company that like gives you the clean something or another.
Right.
Yeah, that's
it's
all
something
I know
to do
about
with. I guess again, this is like a quick Google search study. I'm not an expert on this. But it was I was looking at it. It's something to do with the cleaning products, break down the plastics or something inside of it, and then those become carcinogens.
The reaction between the chemical cleaning products and the plastics.
I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I mean, you can't really. I don't think you can just throw vinegar in there because you'll turn into a pickle. So yeah. So
it doesn't smell pleasant either.
Yeah. So Dr. Usher does a lot of the sleep apnea stuff, and it's just one of those things. For the patients that get it, they're just. Yeah, it changes a lot of things for him, and so it's really cool.
It's helped my wife, and she done the big bulking machine and all the noises, and apparently not the risks either.
Right? Yeah, I mean I don't want to say that it's
talk to your own healthcare providers.
Right? No, I was just saying I'm not surprised. I don't know why I feel like with these like big pharma companies or whatever, it's always like. Why am I not surprised that this causes cancer?
Well, getting things out fast, then is starting to.
It just seems like it just seems like that's the playbook that happens all the time. So.
Absolutely. I just saw the time. We probably should wrap this up, but of course, if you need help, if you have a little holiday mishap over the next couple days and need help, call the office. They'll work with you and all this stuff. I don't think you'll be open Thanksgiving Day here, but if folks need help here, get an appointment afterwards. You've been on someone forgot to debone something, and you.
I mean, we're that's our thing is we kind of like you said we're kind of family practice, but we also kind of specialize in doing like kind of what's called smile transformation.
Sure.
So whether that's
if you're ready to long-term plan,
if you're ready for a long-term plan, or you just want to come in and figure out what that long-term plan is. Because sometimes, and I think it's one of the things that I know we gotta get shut down. But I think for a lot of people, this conversation happens. They come in, oh, my teeth are terrible. I just, I don't know. They're just so embarrassed, right?
Sure.
And the conversation, like I had a patient the other day, just such a sweet person. She went and saw a dentist, somewhere in Texas.
Okay.
And they told her she had 17 cavities. She was so embarrassed. That she was just I don't want to go back.
Right.
I'm so embarrassed.
She'd rather just deal with it.
Yeah, a whole complex around it, And then she came in to see us. She's like, I know I have 17 cavities. It's probably worse because I've been ignoring it, blah, blah. She didn't have I couldn't find a single cavity. So I don't know if they were just looking at the wrong x-rays. I don't know what. It was a big corporate organization that she went to. Who knows what was going on there. I showed her all her x-rays, took pictures of all her teeth. I showed her what a cavity looks like, and she had 0. And so whether it's that fear of going in, it's almost always less bad than you think it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest barriers.
I guarantee whatever you've hyped in your head, once you go through it, you're going to be like, well, why did I that was not as nearly as what I thought it was going
Right.
to be. I shouldn't have really worried about it.
And there's so much like stuff out there that it's, you see these like, people talk about implants. Most people don't even know what an implant is, and it's not that you need to. Why would you need to? But you have this like you start developing this idea in your head,
Sure.
and it's almost never.
And
never
dentistry automatically invokes
Right,
images
exactly,
of saws and
Yes,
hooks
yes,
and everything
yes.
else. And so, yeah, it's just one of those things. So.
Yeah, we have 0 hooks at our office.
That's right.
Or
well,
saws.
except for those little things they scrape your.
That's not really a hook.
cleaning
It's
your
just a
teeth.
little pointy guy.
Yeah.
It's not. Its purpose is not to hook.
Yeah, it's to scrape. And by the way, cleanings, if you've had to do like the deep cleanings, they use water picks and things now. It's not nearly as invasive.
Yeah, we just
as it-
sandblast them.
Yeah, it's like power washing.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they do on them now.
It's fun.
Much less painful and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
What's the best way to schedule appointment?
Yeah,
Online
give us a call. Yeah, give us a call. Best way to schedule is just give us a call. We have wonderful people up front that know they can answer most of your questions, so you don't even need to see me. And so 575-622-4455. That's 575-622-4455, or find us on Facebook, carabellydental.com, or Facebook, or online at carabellydental.com, or find us on Facebook. So,
or just walk into the office during the day and say, "Hey, can I get an appointment?" And they'll go schedule one.
Yeah, exactly.
Front desk will help you out.
They'll take care of you. Yeah,
good deal. Well, good deal. Well, you and Sarah and your family and everybody, I hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving.
You too, man.
And we look forward to talk to you here, and we'll talk Christmas afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. This will be fun to talk Christmas with the kids here. And you guys,
I know. I've already started. I'm working on it. I'll let you know how it goes.
right.
My project is to get them really hyped on loving Christmas.
Is the plan for family to come visit you, or are you going to go on the road again, or are you
We're
just going to
both.
be?
Yes, we're doing both. We're going to do a little bit of both. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So
I'm going out of town for Christmas.
nice. This is our first Thanksgiving our here, so we're
nice.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That'll be
the
fun.
first like group Thanksgiving.
That
So,
you're hosting
yeah.
and everybody.
Yes.
You're on call. For
I'm on
hosting.
call. Yes, we'll be here.
Well, good deal.
Cool.
Well,
Thanks,
if we see you Monday and you know you're dragging, we know what happened.
Yeah.
They wore you out. So. Thank you, sir.
So thanks, man.
All right, 7:57. Let's do a quick break before news. Don't go away.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
For over 40 years, Sierra Blanca Motors here in Roswell have been providing locals with quality vehicles and are committed to providing you quality vehicles and service for many years to come. No sales gimmicks, no inflated pricing, just a quality pre-owned vehicle listed at retail pricing or less. Have a used vehicle to sell? Get top trade-in value or an amazing cash offer today. Let Danny or Jose provide you a great car buying experience. Call 575-622-7907 or stop by Sierra Blanca Motors at 720 South Main Street in Roswell. Se habla español. Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
You may have heard of SmartHub. SmartHub is Central Valley Electric's online tool for members to manage their electric account. With SmartHub, not only can you securely pay your bill online, you can view your detailed electric use 24 hours a day. You can report an outage while staying up to date with the latest co-op news, compare past and current electric use. Sign up for paperless billing or reoccurring payment so that your payment is never late. The best thing is you can access SmartHub from your computer, tablet, or smartphone, so it goes everywhere you go. Visit cvecoop.org to get started or give us a call.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 8 o'clock. Town Hall news coming up next. Stay tuned next hour. The folks from Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge going to join us, and we'll get an update from them. Of course, their Cranes and Cocoa, the gift shop, all that's happening there. So we'll talk about that next hour. Town Hall news up next. Don't go away.
Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Biden is renominating Jerome Powell to a second term as chairman of the Federal Reserve. Here's White House correspondent Greg Clugston.
After a lengthy decision-making process, the president wants Powell to stay on for another 4-year term. The selection of Powell is an endorsement of his economic stewardship throughout the pandemic recession. In a White House statement, Mr. Biden says the U.S. needs stability and independence at the Federal Reserve. He also is nominating Democrat Lael Brainerd as vice chair. She was the preferred alternative to Powell among many liberal lawmakers. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The city of Waukesha, Wisconsin says at least 5 people were killed, more than 40 injured, when an SUV sped through barricades into a Christmas parade in the Milwaukee suburb. At a press conference, Waukesha Police Chief Dan Thompson says an officer did fire his weapon to try to stop the suspect's vehicle.
We're no longer looking for a suspect vehicle. We do have a person of interest in custody at the moment, but this is still a very fluid investigation.
The city did not release any additional information about those who died. Police have said a person of interest does remain in custody. The U.S. average price for regular grade gasoline held steady over the past 2 weeks at $3.49. And industry analyst Toby Lundberg says gasoline prices basically just didn't change.
There were changes both up and down around the country, but down moves in much of the country in various cities were offset by big jumps in the West. For example, in California, prices shot up 8 cents per gallon.
And Lundberg says the average price at the pump is $1.31 a gallon higher than it was 1 year ago. Nationwide, the highest average regular price for regular grade gasoline, the San Francisco Bay Area at $4.82 a gallon. The lowest average was seen in Tulsa, Oklahoma at $2.95. More from townhall.com.
Your pets have the same energy they used to? Do they have problems with itching, scratching, a dull coat, or goopy ears? Then your pets need Dinovite.
DINOVITE.com.
For over 20 years, pet owners have trusted Dinovite to supplement their pet's diet.
We started Dinovite, and in our first stock, we noticed a difference.
Dinovite is an all-natural daily supplement made from whole foods that help support your pet's immune system, digestion, skin, and coat.
Within 3 weeks, he's not scratching and itching, and he's an all-around happier dog.
Today's commercial pet foods are processed at high temperatures, which bakes out all the essential goodness. These processed foods can lack the essential vitamins, enzymes, and probiotics that contribute to overall good health. Adding a scoop of Dinovite to your pet's food bowl is the answer.
If you love your pets as much as I do, you'll want to do what's best for them to live long, healthy, happy lives.
I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dinovite.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
Experts say pandemic factors are just one reason for higher prices for Christmas trees this year.
The American Christmas Tree Association, representing retailers, says lumber, trucking, and fuel prices are up. Some stores say they're still waiting for shipments from China. People seeking holiday cheer during the pandemic drove over-the-top sales for Christmas trees last year. So now Ed Dart, the owner of a Christmas tree farm on Long Island, tells Newsday newspaper they sold out of mature trees last year and also sold many that weren't mature yet, leaving the farm with fewer trees to sell this year. Sidney Belushian is a tree seller in Clovis, California.
We have a shortage anyway of trees.
He told KFSN that the tree growing industry was hard hit by record summer heat in some areas of Oregon.
The crop was cut about 40%.
I'm Jennifer King.
Germany's health minister warning the rapid rise in COVID-19 cases means it's likely everyone in the country who's not vaccinated will have caught COVID-19 by the end of the winter. Some could die. Breaking news at townhall.com. Chinese leader Xi Jinping says his country will not seek dominance over Southeast Asia or bully its smaller neighbors, despite a rise in regional frictions. Xi made the remarks during a virtual conference with members of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, known as ASEAN, marking the 30th anniversary of relations between the sides. Chinese player Peng Shuai has spoken to the International Olympic Committee officials, telling them that the tennis player is safe and well.
IOC officials confirmed that the Chinese tennis player took part in a 30-minute video call with them from Beijing. The call came amid growing global alarm over Peng's disappearance from the public eye. The tennis star went missing shortly after accusing a top senior Communist Party official of sexual assault. Social media posts showing photos of her and her appearance at a youth tennis tournament were not enough to quell concerns from people outside of China on her well-being. I'm Karen Chamas.
More of these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
What the deuce?
Oh, Keanu accidentally knocked him over. He was
so
talking.
hard to find good help these days.
He was talking and got animated and just knocked out the Sonny.
Tanner, back on it again. I just came over here to drop a deuce real quick.
Well, he provided the Sonny, so technically, if anybody's going to knock over the Sonnies,
that's true. He does.
He has the.
It is his domain.
It is his Sonnies to knock over. Maybe he's sick of the Sonnies. Maybe those Sonnies just like hang out at Carabelli Dental and haunt him. Like, what are you doing, Keon? And then they just hang out in corners, and they might fear. Maybe they frighten him a bit. I don't know. But if he gives them to us, we'll take more, and then we'll collect them here. I think you need to show Sean that, because he's baffled by that ability right there to do that. He's baffled by the ability to just set them on the counter here. But anyway, happy Tuesday. Or Monday, I'm sorry. Happy Monday. I'm already thinking a day ahead of myself. It's not a real Monday. I mean, it is a real Monday, but it's a holiday week, so people are trying to do 100 million things today and tomorrow so they can do nothing the rest of the week. And so today's going to be hectic, but not like a Monday. It's going to be different. But anyway, happy Monday, happy holiday week, happy Thanksgiving week. Hope all of you are having a great day so far. Hope you had a great weekend. Of course, we had a lot of sports over the weekend, which begat some more sports for this weekend. Of course, unfortunately, Goddard fell to Los Lunas in the semifinals there on Saturday. It was a great game, though. They played their hearts out. But so they're done. But Artesia Bulldogs, they defeated Farmington Saturday in their semifinal matchup. So that's setting the table for the 5A state championship football game, which will take place this upcoming Saturday. It'll be in Los Lunas at 1 o'clock between Artesia and Los Lunas. We'll have that game for you on the radio on 990 AM KSVP and 93.7 FM KSVP, the translator. Probably can't pick them up too great here in town, but you can catch them online, download our app, or if you go to ksvptv.com, there won't be live streaming video. We do not have video permissions, but there will be audio on the video channel, audio only for you to listen to. So congratulations to them on that, and we'll have that for you there. It is, what else I was going to tell you? There's something else, and it just completely spaced out about it. Oh, well, I'll think of it here a little bit later. Of course, we'll as far as shows this week go, as far as us, we'll be doing shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're not going to be having shows Thanksgiving Day or Friday. And then we'll be back in studio for a live show on Monday, the 29th. We'll return back in studio for that. So we'll have football on Saturday. We'll have all that. It'll be on our sister station there. So, and then for Goddard and Roswell here, we'll be probably doing basketball pretty soon here. Just a note for basketball, and a lot of that will be video online stuff for basketball season. When we get to the playoffs, that will change, and we'll shift some of that on radio because we'll lose video rights to those. But most of that we want to keep, especially for this radio station, the Talk FM. We want to put as much of the sports available for people on the video side, and then so people that want to listen to like Clyde Lewis in the evenings, those don't get preempted because we have a lot of folks that like those shows too. And they are bigger fans of, say, Clyde Lewis than they are of high school sports. So we want to try to balance that so everybody, the high school sports fans, can go watch it. The fans of Clyde Lewis and Armed American Radio and our evening program, or Mark Levin, depending on what time games start, won't miss any of that. So football's a little different because there's a bigger popularity base for football. But when you start getting into volleyball, we don't put as many of those soccer, baseball, basketball. Those there's not nearly the following. Just to give you like kind of a comparison. I'm not giving exact numbers because I don't have those off the top of my head. But for a football broadcast versus a say basketball broadcast, which is probably our second most popular, it's about 4-1. 4-1 watching football over basketball. So for every one basketball, there's 4 people watching football. So it's a pretty big difference on that. So we kind of try to appease to the masses on some of that stuff. I got sidetracked and was giving you a little inside baseball there, not intending to, but there you go. Now you have that information, so you understand it when you're like, why is this not on? Well, that's the logic. Anyway, let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a few minutes. Cooler, but not as cool as other places around the state going to be this week. We got it relatively mild compared to others. We'll get you up to date with that here in just a little bit. Later on, here about 8:15 or so, we're going to have Don Weld join us. Don wears many hats, but today he'll be wearing his Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge hat. We're going to be talking about their Cranes and Cocoa event, annual event. It's back on for this month, November 7th, coming up here in just a few short days, actually. And so if you're looking for a nice family event, come on out and partake in Cranes and Cocoa, their annual event where they go out to the refuge there, sit out and watch the cranes, the migrating cranes coming in, and you get to sit back and enjoy cocoa and observe the wildlife. And nice, calm, peaceful, quiet, kind of nice thing. Nice change of pace in the world we live in, huh? But anyway, Don's going to talk about that, talk about other things, Christmas shopping. The store's open now, so you can do some of that and all that. And so we're going to get an update from Don here in just a few minutes. Later on in the hour, we'll get you up to date with local news along with your town hall business update and commercial breaks and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Hey, real quick, before we get you up to date with the weather, Plateau, if you got to check this out. If you're looking for high-speed internet, they've got you covered. It's their smart home Wi-Fi available with Plateau. It is the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. With it, you get fiber technology, fiber internet, fiber-to-home technology. It's 100 times faster than your average household internet speeds right now. And they've got different levels to meet your needs. They've got the first level is fast. With fast, you get true 100 meg upload and download speed with fiber. That's a difference between DSL and cable and some of these other ways of them getting internet to your home. With fiber, the upload and download speed are consistent. So when they say 100 megs up, 100 megs down, if you're uploading or downloading, it's consistent speeds. Sometimes with DSL and cable, I say sometimes, all the time, it's a big disparaging difference. Your download speed, that's the stuff you use to watch movies and things like that. When you go to your Netflix and what have you, you use download speed. That's usually high. They'll say, we'll give you 100 of that. But if you create content, if you make videos, if you make music, if you make things that you want to put on the internet, you're going to be using upload speed for that. And we're talking big differences. Like you get 100 megs down, but you only get 3 or 4 up with some of these other options, not with the fiber. It's consistent. And then, sorry, I got mid-explaining all that, but you get fast. That's the 100 consistent. That's not enough for you. I don't know why it wouldn't, but if it's not, you can go faster. And that gives you true 500 meg upload and download speed. And if that ain't fast enough for you, they've got their fastest, which is 16 gigs of upload and download speed. So give it a try. And the prices, they've got plans to work your budget. And it's really, for the cost of what you're paying for your cable and DSL, you could get fiber and get it 10, huge speeds faster. So expand your home Wi-Fi coverage with Plateau's smart home Wi-Fi. Find the plan that fits your family today. Learn more on their website, plateaufiber.com. Again, that's plateaufiber.com, and sign up for Plateau Fiber today. All right, 8:15, we're going to take a quick break for weather. We'll be right back.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today, mid to upper 60s. We've got high pressure over the area, so we get sunshine. A few clouds overnight and dipping into the mid-30s. A little bit warmer tomorrow, low to mid-70s, and a few clouds drifting by, and it will be a little bit breezy. Cloudy on Tuesday night, and then about 70 with more clouds on Wednesday. Thanksgiving Day looks sunny, mid-50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 39 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 55%. Winds are calm at the moment. Mid-60s for today. Sunny, mid-60s. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. Overnight low of 34. West winds at around 5 miles per hour. We're going to be in the mid-70s for you Tuesday. Mostly sunny, 74 officially. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy for tomorrow night with an overnight low of 44. Southwest winds 5 to 10. For your Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, partly cloudy. Highs right around 70 with southwest winds 5 to 15. There is a 20% chance of rain Wednesday night, mainly before 11, otherwise mostly cloudy, and overnight low of 35. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, that'll be our chilly day. Highs only expected to reach the mid-50s with no rain talk, though, just sunny, highs around 55. And then Friday, Black Friday, back in the mid-60s, 65 there. And then looks like we'll be upper 60s for Saturday, low 60s on Sunday. All right, it is 8:17. Let's go ahead and take a quick 3-minute commercial break. And then Don Weld with Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge will join us here on the other side. We'll talk about cranes and cocoa and other things going on at Bitter Lake. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Mays Lumber has all the hard-to-find hardwood you've been looking for. Oak, cherry, walnut, poplar, and maple. Plus, hard-to-find exotic woods like purple heart, zebra wood, ambrosia maple, black limba, and bloodwood. Perfect for that one-of-a-kind gift piece or table. Get ready with Formica and Wilson Art countertops in 12-footer custom length with installation available. Make it happen at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell, serving southeastern New Mexico and beyond since 1934.
Pre-Black Friday deals start now at Decor Furniture and Electronics. No need to wait. Take it home today. Special pre-Black Friday savings are going on now. Save big on televisions, stereos, furniture, and mattress sets. Get ready for the holidays and save big. Pre-Black Friday starts now. Shop early for best selection. Easy financing and delivery is available at Decor Furniture and Electronics in Carlsbad on the corner of Mermod and Mesa.
What does paying 33 cents a day for health insurance sound like? Yeah, kind of like that. Open enrollment is on now, and you may be able to get health insurance for 33 cents a day. And as New Mexico's health insurance marketplace, Be Well NM makes finding health insurance and signing up easy and affordable. And our services are free. Call us at 1-833-862-3935 or visit BeWellNM.com to get the assistance you need and to get insured. Because you just never know.
Sure, you can inspect your own roof, get out that rickety ladder, crawl around up there and try to spot the problem until... Or you could call the experts at Do Right Roofing. Do Right Roofing has quality products for any type of roof. They can even install seamless gutters. Do Right Roofing will inspect your roof and give you a free estimate fast. Keep your feet on the ground. Call Do Right Roofing today.
575-623-2273. That Do Right. Do your roof right.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Make it a November to remember at Roswell Honda. They've knocked the absolute stuffing out of the prices across the lot, so you'll save a gravy boatload. Like a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $209 a month, a 2012 Civic for just $164 a month, or a 2012 Dodge Caravan for just $109 a month. Get a free turkey and a 12-pack of Pepsi just for stopping by, a pumpkin pie with a qualified test drive, and a $25 Albertsons gift card with a purchase. And register to win a $400 Visa shopping spree. November to remember, on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. During your lifetime, you'll produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. Spit out this bit of information at your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, Don Weld back with us. Morning, Don.
Good morning, Mike. How you doing today?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good deal. You all ready for Thanksgiving, or?
Yeah.
Good deal.
We have a big turkey dinner and all that kind of stuff, and a bunch of friends getting together.
Good deal. Are you a turkey lover or not so much?
No more than a good roast beef steak, you know.
You're like, I'll eat it on Thanksgiving, but I'm good after that.
Yeah.
I don't need it any other time.
I cook a lot of turkey for my dogs, actually.
Okay.
You know, so I get the ground turkey and mix it up with some pumpkin and stuff, and it's a supplement to their regular diet.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They're well fed.
I think they're eating better than I am.
Yeah, they're spoiled.
I'm like, I had a Hot Pocket.
Yeah, there you go.
They got ground turkey and pumpkin mix going on.
There you go.
Well, good deal. Well, it sounds like you're ready for some fun.
Yeah.
But, well, folks, if you are ready to maybe get away from some of that a little later this week, the Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge has an opportunity for you to to be honest, we say get away, but it could be a chance for you and your family to do something that's a little away from the hustle and bustle of all the football and turkey and Black Friday shopping and all the craziness that's going to be going on towards the end of this week.
Yep.
Cranes and Cocoa. This is it's an annual event that's been going on at the Bitter Lake. It took a little hiatus here because of the COVID.
Last year, yeah, we couldn't do it then.
But it's been an annual event in the fall here when it's around the time when the cranes migrate.
That's right.
And Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge is like a pilot flying J.
There you go.
For the cranes.
Yep.
And rest area.
It.
And they use it as a place where they rest for the night, they refuel, refeed, and, they get ready, and then as they're coming from the north to move south for the winter here, and I imagine vice versa in the spring or in the late winter here, they probably stop in as they're heading back north for the warmer months.
Some of them spend the whole winter here.
Gotcha.
But not all of them.
So this is their winter home. Others, it's like, now we're just here to visit, and then we're moving on to farther south.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the cousins and aunts and uncles, and they pass through. Say, oh, hi, how you doing? Okay, see you on the way back.
Nice.
Yeah.
But every year you guys have an event where folks are allowed to come out, sit out on the porches out there, enjoy a nice cup of cocoa, and watch the cranes come in.
Yep.
It's kind of, I always compare. It's like if you ever go and watch the bats when they leave out at the Carlsbad Caverns. It's nature. It's like that. Some days it's like everybody and their uncles going out hunting for the bats, and so it's rather others. some of the bats decide to sleep in or whatever, and the cranes are the same way. They're just like anything else. Some are punctual, and nope, we're it's like humans. No, we're on a schedule. We got to be at Bitter Lake by whatever time. And others like, we stopped and ate on the way, and then we got there when we got there. And others, that's how it is. So we can't guarantee how many cranes or anything like that, but you can go out there, enjoy some cocoa, enjoy the just the beautiful nature out there at Bitter Lake, and it might be a little chilly, so you get a blanket and wrap up.
That's right. Bring your jackets.
Bring your jackets, and you kind of just watch nature and spend time sipping on your cocoa with your loved ones, maybe talking quietly, and just watching the birds come in and watching them do their thing. These cranes are beautiful. I mean, what's cool about it is they just look so different than the wildlife that resides here all the time.
Right.
It's like, ooh, these the cranes.
They're huge.
Yeah, these cranes aren't really native to this area. They come in and travel, and some like you said, they're Florida vacationers. They come in, hang out for the winter here, and then they go back. But come see it. Come be a part. That's just one slice of all the cool stuff that's out at Bitter Lake.
We've actually had pelicans come in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same idea.
I always think they're more coastal birds or something.
You would think so,
yeah.
but some of them come through this area headed for the Gulf and vice versa.
Okay.
They go up to areas around Salt Lake.
Okay. I wonder if like wind streams kind of blow them a little bit.
Could be.
Farther inland or something
Now, we get the sandhill cranes here.
Okay.
We had one year, we had a different crane. Oh, the name escapes me. But it's a bigger crane.
Okay.
And they're usually in Siberia and run down the Asian coast.
Wow, so they were in the wrong hemisphere.
They got blown over from Siberia into Alaska and got caught up with the sandhill cranes.
Oh, wow.
And actually came down and spent the winter in this area.
Got adopted by the group there, I guess.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Interesting.
And then went back. This was 4 or 5 years ago that happened. But,
interesting.
So it can happen.
I wonder if that ever creates a little crossbreeding a little bit sometimes, where if you get one of these birds that kind of got away from their flock and end up in another, and starts creating maybe a hybrid species of these or something,
I don't know, but I'm sure. Well, now Jim Montgomery is going to be out there.
He's the expert.
He's our resident guru on the cranes.
So if you've got questions like that, you can ask him while you're sipping your cocoa and watching, because I'm sure if you're like me, you get about 10 of those throughout the course of the evening. You're just sitting there watching and be like, hey, why is he doing that? What's that's all about?
Now we're going to meet at the nature store.
Okay,
that's at about 3:00.
3:00.
We'll open up there. The nature store will be open for a limited number of people at a time.
Okay,
we can't, because of the
numbers and COVID.
Yeah,
spatial.
We can't really see the whole nature store, but you can come into the store portion, about half a dozen people at a time. And shop. This is a great place to get Christmas presents.
Nice, yeah.
So they're inexpensive.
Yeah.
I was going to say cheap, but that's not true. Because none of that stuff is cheap, but it is inexpensive.
Cheap in cost, not cheap in experience.
There you go. Yeah, and nicety. There's some beautiful stuff there. That great Christmas presents.
Well, and what I love about places like that, it's because you get to get stuff that you generally can't find in stores.
That's right.
And a lot of it's going to be obviously related to what's going on out there at Bitter Lake. So if you're wanting to learn like if you're having books about birds or certain plant life or species that call this area home, there's a lot of that kind of information there. T-shirts and things, like if you want collectibles and stuff. I'm a big T-shirt guy, so come out there and get a couple T-shirts for your friends and family, or if you want to, if they collect them, like I have certain family members that collect like shot glasses or magnets or things like that.
Right.
If you have that kind of stuff, you can get all that. But if you want more in-depth, educational, fun, cool stuff,
they're out there too.
Kids' toys and things. I'm sure they got a lot of those cool, educational toys and fun things that kids will love to play with, but at the same time get to learn a little bit more about nature and things like that. So.
And a lot of it is, we've got some stuff out there that's handmade, local people.
Oh, so unique
items that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Nice.
You know, and you can't even go to Amazon and get some of this stuff.
Wow. So really unique. So
yeah.
So do it a twofold event. You know, come on out for Cranes and Cocoa on Saturday here,
and stop into the nature store.
Get there a little early, do a little shopping, and then get you a spot on the porch out there and enjoy the cranes and get your cocoa.
Yeah, what we do just about sunset.
Okay.
4:30, 5 o'clock or so. We'll caravan. We'll get in our cars and we'll go out to the ponds on the south end.
Okay.
And that's where the cranes usually come in for the night. They'll fly in and land in, and we never know. We kind of have an idea, but we don't really have a well-defined area where they're going to land each night.
It's kind of whatever looks best to them as they're coming in. So
correct.
Yeah. But generally, that's their ballpark. They usually go in
that area, one of those ponds. And some nights or sometimes you can go out there and you can watch them come in by the thousands.
Wow.
And other times you get, 100 or so.
But what's like the season that they're doing? Because I'm obviously not all doing this on Saturday night. This is something goes on.
Oh, they're here.
During the
cranes
season
are here from about mid-October, first part of October to mid-October when they start coming in.
So they start rolling in here about 2-3 weeks ago, and they'll continue to run in for a couple more weeks.
In and out.
And then the ones that are going to be settling and finding their spots for the winter.
Here. And along about March or so, March, April, usually March, they start hitting. They got a 2,000-mile trip.
Wow.
Because they go to the Arctic Circle to nest for the summer.
Wow.
So they got to take off from here around March or April to get up there in time to get a nest.
Wow.
Do their thing and raise that chick and then fly back.
And this might be some good questions to ask on Saturday, but that you wondered I wonder if the younger cranes are the ones that make the full trek and some of the older ones stop in Roswell for the winter. I mean, I wonder if that's some of the evolutionary part. As they get older, they don't do the full trip. They kind of stop halfway. I'm wondering if
some of it's family.
Okay.
They stay pretty somewhat with it because especially the young ones, they will come with the parents. And if the parents go on, the chick will go on.
Gotcha.
And then the next year, the chick will start to do their own thing.
Okay.
But that first year, they're going to go where the parents go. If the parents stick out the winter here, they'll stay here. If they and so on.
And this is my science is not my strength. Do cranes generally produce offspring their whole life, or do they? Is it a one and done? Or
pretty much, yeah. Okay. I don't think there's a...
Or do they retire at some point saying, hey, I'm going to live out my ripe old age. I've had enough offspring.
No, I don't think they go through menopause.
Okay. I was just curious. I know they're like, hey, I'm done. I'm hanging out here. You keep going.
That would be a question for Jim.
Yeah. So on Saturday, you can ask these questions.
Yeah. But, these are good questions that Jim will come up with some humorous answers. He's good.
Good deal.
So we enjoy it. Now, Jim is not resident to Roswell anymore.
Oh, he moved?
Yeah, he moved up to Santa Fe.
Okay. So he just comes down for occasions like this.
He comes down for this, and he comes down quite often for what we call the crane count or the bird counts.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, usually bird counts are on Wednesday mornings.
Okay.
They're out there at 4 o'clock in the morning counting bird in the dark, Just 1, 2, 3, 4. No.
Some guy going, I lost count.
No, I got to start them over. Light them up.
One. Hey, Bob, 2. Stop, I'm counting 3.
Yeah.
27. Stop, you messed me up.
Of course, they don't count that way.
No, yeah.
That would be fun.
But that's, it's a good reminder here that, this is that difference we talk about between basically bottomless lakes and Bitter Lake. It's Bottomless Lakes is a park for you to come and enjoy. And
humans.
Things. Bitter Lake is a preserve. It's a wildlife preserve.
That's right.
It's for us to come and enjoy nature and things. But the goal number one is to preserve and study nature. And
correct.
And so we get to come out and enjoy it at events like Cranes and Cocoa here. But at the end of the day, the main point of this park is to study, to preserve nature and wildlife. So these people are out here studying these migratory patterns of the cranes, and based on these counts and information, they're saying, okay, the cranes are doing well, or they're struggling, or this is how we figure out: are they becoming endangered? Are they thriving? What's going on there? And that's what that refuge is all about that, among 1,000 other things. It's
Sure.
the plant life and everything else, but that's the role of this refuge, and that's what and any preserve in the nation. The whole point is to keep it as close to its ecological, the way the good Lord intended it here, as possible, and for us to and so we as humans study it so we can strive to make the least impact to that as possible.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
That's why they call it a refuge.
Yeah.
It's a refuge for the wildlife.
Yeah. But I think we just need to understand that's the whole point of that place. So if you're like, why can't I go and swim and do all the things I do at Bottomless Lake? It's because it's a different park. It's for different things. They don't, we want to make sure that long after we're gone, the next generation can come and see the wildlife and plant life and experience the things that truly unique oasis that we have in the middle of the desert out here.
Yep.
And so that's what it is. It's just a different mission. So come out, enjoy it, come, and be good stewards of our land. That's the thing. When I'm an Eagle Scout raised in Boy Scouts, and one thing we always talked about was, whenever we went camping or any kind of trip out into the wilderness or nature, is our rule is you always leave the place better than you found it.
Yep.
And that's what that reserve is. The refuge is all about is to preserve, and as we as visitors always need to make sure that we leave it better than we found it.
Yep. Pack it in, pack it out.
That's right. The only thing left behind is your memories. And, nothing else.
That's right. The only thing you take away from is your memories.
Exactly. Yeah, I should have rephrased that better. Don't leave trash and stuff there. But but yeah, that's what it's for. And so come out to the Crane event. I think you're going to really dig it. I think it's going to be fun. You're going to get to experience things you never, and that's just it. Bring young folks, bring the families, bring out, because I think this is like we kids and everything get amazed by things you see on YouTube and all this stuff. I'm telling you, Mother Nature's got them all beat when you come to this stuff, and some of the most amazing things. And I don't care how many videos you've watched, it does not do it justice.
No, you got to see it in life.
It doesn't do it justice. And, it kind of reminds me, over the weekend I was watching a commercial, and it was for one of these like Peloton or one of these ones where you ride a bike and ride anywhere, and they take you to these mountains and all this stuff. And I was like, well, that's a great idea. You live in the city and stuff. But I was thinking, or you just buy a real bike and go outside and ride it, and you experience all those things too.
That's even better.
Exactly. And guess what? That's Bitter Lake. You can go and watch all these videos about cranes and nature and be fascinated by it, or come out to Bitter Lake, see it, smell it, experience it.
And bring your bike.
And bring your bicycle. Yeah.
That's a good place to ride your bike.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And it's a dirt road, so keep that in mind.
Sure.
But you can go all the way around. It's the whole drive.
Yeah,
is
so you got your mountain bikes or trail bikes. Those would be perfect for those.
Yeah.
Maybe leave your road 10 speeders.
I wouldn't.
Those thin tires might not be good.
Not out there, no.
But your trail bikes, they'll be perfect.
Yeah, trail bikes would be good, or mountain bikes, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And we're looking in the future. Still keeping my fingers crossed in putting a bike trail from Roswell out through Bitter Lake.
Oh, wow.
And possibly down across, if we can figure out how to get across that highway, over to Bottomless Lakes.
Cool.
And then maybe sometime in the future from Bottomless Lakes down to the Dexter area.
Oh, wow.
And then back up from
there. So
there.
make it a true bike
complete circle
trail, and you could start from your home wherever.
Yeah.
And ride out to Bottomless Lakes, Bitter Lakes, all these different locations.
That's right. Yeah, it'd be a heck of a ride.
Sure would.
It'd be a marathon ride.
But I think people that ride every day and stuff would probably really appreciate that kind of opportunity.
And it'd be a great idea, a great opportunity to get out in the wild.
Mm-hmm. And that's just it. If you've never been out to Bitter Lake, it's a different world.
It is.
Literally, figuratively, it's an oasis, and we see the brown, the desert, and everything. And then you go out there, and it's like, wow, there's this whole, there's water, there's wildlife, there's animals. It's just not dirt and sand and rocks. It's so much more.
No, that means something.
Yeah.
And our walkway is getting there. We're going to have a bird blind back. Now, we've had a bird blind in the past, but the trail that led up to the bird blind was dilapidated, falling apart. We had to shut it down for safety reasons.
Gotcha.
Well, now we're getting that trail rebuilt.
Okay.
Little bridge way to come across to get onto the trail. There'll be a parking spot on the east side as you're driving around.
Okay.
There'll be a little parking spot where you can enter and then walk out to this bird blind. Hopefully, they'll have that bird blind done January, February.
Okay, so ready for spring here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just in time to start seeing the migratories.
Seeing the birds coming back.
Yeah, going north again.
Nice.
Another one of the birds. Now, the cranes, we love the cranes. That's the whole idea. But we also have Canada geese.
The Canadian geese come out, too.
Yeah. And
they're very pretty birds, too.
They
if you've
are.
Never seen those.
They are. And they're big, too.
Yeah.
And we get a whole variety of
They're
ducks.
loud like the cranes, too.
They are. Boy, they start honking.
It's almost like, shut up.
Yeah. That's right.
But they are pretty. They're beautiful birds. That color patterns on those Canadian geese are really beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, good deal. So do you see them more in the spring or?
When they're there now.
Oh, they're there now too. So they kind of
come
mixed in with the cranes.
Actually, I think the geese come in probably a week or two ahead of the cranes.
Okay.
And they leave about the same time, give or take, around that March time.
Gotcha. Now, I want to remind folks, not that they may not have this opportunity, but it is a wildlife preserve. This isn't a zoo. This isn't a petting zoo. You don't go up and try to feed the geese or not. This isn't like ducks at the park. This is nothing like that. To be honest, your job is to sit and watch from afar. The less
That's
interaction with the wildlife, the better. Because the more, and I know we are humans and we learn to love and pet and touch and everything, but when it comes to wild, migratory, just wild animals in general, you can do more harm than good by getting more human interaction with them.
That's right. Stay back from them.
So
Please.
For the safety and the benefit of those animals, they don't want you up there petting them and touching them and trying to feed them because
that's not the purpose.
Yeah, and to be honest, you're actually you don't want to set a pattern where they think they're going to get fed by humans every time they see people. Then they start getting domesticated, and it hurts their wild instincts. And,
that's right.
And it could pose a problem for them down the road. So best bet is sit on the porch or sit out out on the side there, drink your cocoa, and just enjoy the interaction.
Right. Yeah.
So so don't be thinking about bringing bread or anything new. Hey, let's go feed them. No, none of that stuff.
Don't do it.
This is not a trip to the zoo or a trip to the pond at the park there to feed the ducks.
And when you drive around there, please go slow because we have turtles that try to cross the road. We have fox. We have raccoons. We have we had a little bobcat out there. I don't know if he's still around or not, but we had a bobcat out there. If you're speeding through that area and this animal jumps out off the edge trying to go someplace or chase a prey or just get from one side of the road to the other, you might hit them and wipe out a whole species. You never know it.
Now you don't have to wait for the turtle to cross the road. You could probably move, go around it or something. But you might be there a while. But know,
actually, they move pretty good when they're going across that road.
They don't mess around there. Huh?
They know.
They can put my turtle jetpack on. Yeah. We got to get across this street.
They can feel the vibrations.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they're probably 10 times smarter than we are.
Who knows?
Kind of,
at least in that situation,
they're in tune much more than we are to that stuff than we are. But please come out. If you've never been out, make Saturday your first time. Come on out. Go. Be a part of this thing. Obviously, Dragonfly Festival got put on hiatus this year because of COVID, but look for it back next year.
Correct.
That's usually that takes place around September time frame.
Yeah, the first Saturday after Labor Day.
Yes. Yeah, and that's probably arguably the biggest event that happens out in Bitter Lake as far as the public's concerned. But since we couldn't do that this year, make Cranes and Cocoa that big event for you.
There you go.
Come on out, sit out. Is there any cost involved or anything to participate?
None.
Just
in fact, the cookies and cocoa are free.
Good deal. Do they need to RSVP or just come on out?
Just come on out.
Just come on out. Now, like you said,
like the game show. Come on down.
So probably about 3-ish is about a good time to be down there.
Yeah, we'll start serving about 3.
Okay.
And along about, like I said, around 4:30, 5:45, something like that. We'll take a little caravan out to the ponds.
It does get darker earlier now because of time change. And
by 5 o'clock, we're seeing sundown, and that's when the cranes are coming in.
That's the sweet time to be out
they've
there.
been feeding all day out in the fields around the area.
Very good.
And they'll come back to winter or to nighttime to take their little sleep on the night.
Good deal.
Out on the water.
Excellent. So
it's a safety place out on the water.
Gotcha. That's there. Well, and that's probably part of it too. These animals, these migratory animals, are pretty smart. Not only in terms that the refuge has basically all the amenities they need, but I think wild animals know exactly what areas are protected and what, you know what I mean?
They do.
Like, just for an instance, like in Ruidoso, where my parents, in-laws used to live, they used to, there'd be all kind of deer and elk just walking through neighborhoods, and you're like, they know they can't shoot nobody in these neighborhoods because they're not,
Cloudcroft, same thing.
Yeah. And so I got a feeling they know the refuge there and like, this is safe. They can't, you never have those issues. And so, I mean, I'm sure they don't look up rules before they go, but they just kind of instinctually know these are places where we don't get harassed. These are places where we got to be on the lookout. They learn that stuff just like you do and everyone else does. You do things and you tend to pick up patterns, and, animals are big time. I don't, across the board, animals are creatures of habit when it comes to that kind of stuff.
They are.
Yeah. They just, I don't care what the species is or breed or any of that stuff. It's just, it's like that. Even your non-domesticated pets. I know we talk about dogs and cats, do that, but deer, bear, all those do the same.
They do.
They've got their patterns.
They very much do.
Habits and everything else. So. One other thing I'd like to mention real quick too is if you're interested in you want to get more involved, Friends of Bitter Lake is an organization that is made up of community volunteers, people that support the things that happen at Bitter Lake. Don's been a part of it for several years now.
About 5 or 6 now.
I'm sure you're always looking for more individuals that love to come out and be a part of this. If you love doing a little work, because some of the things they do is some of the service projects, like some of these trails and stuff we were talking about. Friends of Bitter Lake, a lot of them are volunteers that help and work.
Clean those up.
And clean those up. And obviously through the supervision of the conservationists and the experts and things like that. But they're the ones. And I would also say this, if you love that kind of nature and getting out and want to maybe even get to participate and see and do things at Bitter Lake that generally the public doesn't get to go to or be a part of, being a friend of Bitter Lake is kind of your golden ticket for some of that stuff. Because let's face it, there's parts of that refuge that the public doesn't get to go to because of the delicacy of the ecosystem there, and they just don't want the public there. However, people need to be out there to study it, to work on it. If there's projects and things, certain groups will go out there. And guess what? Friends of Bitter Lake, they're some of the groups that get to go. And so if you want to, and then there's perks too. The experts and stuff say if you're really into this, they're like, hey, let me take you to a part that we never get to see and see some of the that. So there is membership has its privileges. You get a little inside tracked on seeing some of the inner workings of that. Of Bitter Lake and everything. But if you'd love to be a friend, when you come out Saturday, ask about it. Or if you go to the website, Friends of Bitter Lake.
FriendsofBitterLake.org.
And you can, learn more about the events we're talking about here, but also learn more about the program, become a part of it if you'd like to volunteer to be a friend of Bitter Lake. And more of those folks are needed to help.
And we post our newsletter on the website.
Good deal.
So it's up there,
so you can kind of learn about it now. And so if you're looking for hey, I want to just get out there and work on the land and do that kind. Maybe you live in an apartment or something, and you're like, I love gardening, I love landscaping, I love doing that type of work. Guess what? Bitter Lake has a bunch of projects for you. You can help work.
Next spring, we'll be opening up the Butterfly Trail again. It winters for now. We've turned off the water and all, but next spring we're going to have to come in, do some weeding. So we can open up and put down some more of the butterfly plants, so that the monarch can have the milkweed.
Gotcha.
So that the monarch will have a place to lay its eggs.
Gotcha.
We have seen an increase in butterflies out there.
That's good.
Monarchs. Since we started doing
Are the monarchs endangered on the endangered species? Gotcha. So that's a great thing to see.
So we need to keep that going, and that's a big thing nationally. They're trying to get more monarch gardens and ways for the monarchs to
is I don't want to get into a whole expert thing, but is it just generally man, developing? Is that part of the reason why the numbers have gone down, or is it more
kind of like
that?
the bees?
Okay.
I think it's the same because the monarchs are pollinators as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
The milkweed they lay their eggs on.
Okay.
But the monarchs themselves go from flower to flower, and they do a lot of pollination.
Gotcha.
And they will pollinate agricultural products as well as the others. So
they serve the same role as a bee would in our ecosystem.
Right.
Basically.
Probably not to the same extent because the bees are so much better at it.
Sure. Well, I imagine they're probably, I don't know migratory plans of butterflies and bees, but I'm betting the bees are a little bit bigger than the butterflies as far as their territory.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
and monarchs tend to traverse way up Canada. They'll go up to Canada and then they'll work their way back down to Mexico.
Okay.
Generations go different places.
And again, I'm not an expert in this, but I'm betting they're probably better in cooler weather than bees are. I'm guessing
to some extent.
Yeah.
When they go down to Mexico, they go up into the high mountains.
Where
and it actually gets pretty cold.
Yeah, it can up there.
So they've had cases where whole groups of monarchs have died from frostbite.
Wow.
In Mexico.
Wow.
So
you wouldn't have guessed that one.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
but for the most part, they go down there for that reason to stay a little warmer. Anyway.
Interesting. So again, that's part of the and that's something too. We talk dragonflies and yeah, they're very much a part of the Bitter Lake, but butterflies are probably just as prominent and prevalent as the dragonflies.
Very much so. We're trying to increase that population.
That's great.
We have had butterfly releases out there in the past years.
As a matter of fact, in some of the past dragonfly festivals, there's been little release weekends for the kids got to participate in, and I imagine we'll have more of those in the future.
We will, if we can get all this stuff back on track and going where we'd like it to be.
Yeah.
We will definitely continue that.
Absolutely. Friendsofbitterlake.org, your best resource for everything we're talking about here. And again, don't miss the annual Cranes and Cocoa event. It's happening this Saturday out at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge. About 3 p.m., everything's going to be getting underway. Get out there around 3. It doesn't cost you a dime. You don't need to RSVP. Bring the whole family. Bring a jacket. Bring something warm.
Bring your camera.
Bring your cameras and things. And if you're doing the go in the gift shop stuff, wear your mask and all that. It is a national.
It's still a protocol.
Yeah, and that's the mandates right now. Like hate whatever it is, but just please get it just to support the store and not we just want people to come and get their things. We're not trying to make statements or messages.
It's just part of the protocol.
That's part of the rules, and that's what we got to do.
And it's a safety thing. And I don't wear my mask as often as I should, but I understand it, and I try to keep my mask available so that I can.
Now, if you're out in the nature out there walking around, do what you got to do. But if you're going in the gift shop or something like that,
if you're indoors,
just
definitely
to make everybody happy, just put your mask on and get your stuff. And then when you get back outside to watch the cranes,
take it off,
rip it right off. Is there a phone number that they can call if they don't do internet stuff? Is there a way?
Actually, they're trying to redo the phone system at the nature store.
Okay, so right now, really,
there's no phone call.
Okay.
Phone at the nature store.
Okay.
If you really need to know more information, you can call me.
Okay.
Or you can call Steve Alvarez.
Yes, I would say he's the park ranger out there, but that's not. I don't think he's a official title.
Well, it's a little more than park ranger.
Yeah, I think of him as the park ranger out there.
Yeah, he's the one that does our volunteer coordination.
Gotcha.
So if you need something from him, I'm looking up his phone number right now. If you need to talk to him about being a volunteer, you can do that.
Okay, and of course you can ask him on Saturday when they're out there too.
Yeah, he will be there Saturday, and you can reach him at come on phone. There we go. 575-914-3332.
All right, so 3 3s and a 2.
All right. Now, You can also call me. I used to be the president of the Friends, but I stepped down. I figured
Your term is done, huh?
Yeah, I figured I did my time. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? But right now, I've decided to back off and devote myself to many other projects.
Don is a man of many busy. He's very, very involved in our American Legion, Friends of Bitter Lake. The zoo, Alzheimer's Association,
Veterans Transport.
Yeah, he's a man. He's probably busier not retired than he was when he was working.
You got it. I had to retire and get new tires because I'm driving these at nothing. But that's good. But if you need to, you can call me.
Okay.
575-495. 3325.
Very good.
We seem to like the threes.
The threes there.
Yeah.
You got to follow it with a 2.
Yeah. And if I don't happen to answer, please leave me a message.
Don will get back with you.
I will. Yep. Yes. Especially if it's about one of these projects that I'm involved with.
Absolutely.
Legion or Zoo or Bitter Lake or Alzheimer's we need drivers at the Veterans Transport.
So if some folks have some time, would like to drive, reach out.
Yep.
Good deal.
Yeah, if you've got, maybe you're working just 4 or 5 days a week or over the weekend or something. The drivers, we drive from Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And we go, mostly it's to Artesia, but we do go up to Albuquerque, occasionally to Alamogordos, El Paso, or some of these other places. We even drove to Amarillo one time.
Oh, wow. I guess depending on what the procedure or whatever's needed.
Whatever the vet needs.
Gotcha.
So we drive veterans all these different places. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's a great way to support the community and help out. And it's actually pretty fun. You get to chit-chat with some of these vets and learn some stories and hear some stuff, too.
And I can give you a phone number for that one, too. If you'd like to drive and like to help out veterans, and that's what it is. 575-622-0729. And you can contact that Monday through Thursday from about 9 to 3.
Perfect.
Talk to Alice.
Yeah, we need to get those guys in and talk a little bit more about that, too. The Veterans Transport.
Get Marcos. He's gonna hate me because I keep forgetting his name.
You'll remember about 8:15 or 9:15.
Yeah, there you go. Give me an hour or so, I'll remember it. Oh, whooping crane. That was that crane that came down with the others.
Oh, yeah, you don't see them very often.
No, you don't. And he apparently they figure he got blown away across from Siberia over to.
He got a whooping cough and so.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It was just the 1 year. He just wound up and then flew back, and that was it. Never saw him again.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted a vacation side trip.
Yeah, he says, "I'll go see my cousins.
I'm going to see the coast, see a little inland a little bit.
There you go.
It's out there." Well, thank you, Don. As always, appreciate you. And
thank you.
We'll see you. Have a happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you between now and then, too.
Yes, you too.
Awesome.
And enjoy.
And come on out Saturday, folks. Come on out.
Come out and see us.
About 3 o'clock, everything's getting underway out at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge.
Looking forward to it. Have your cookies and cocoa and watch the cranes.
Absolutely.
And the geese.
And if there's just one, it's a goose.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks, Don. 7:57, quick break before news. Don't go away.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
A good night's sleep is so important. Did you know that proper sleep supports a healthy heart, decreases chances of weight gain, and boosts a positive mood? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. It doesn't matter your age, sleeping issues can make any of us reach for that all-day cup of coffee. If you know you are not sleeping because of severe snoring or sleep apnea, come visit us. We can make you a small oral appliance that will help you sleep better and live better.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell or call 622-4455.
For over 40 years, Sierra Blanca Motors here in Roswell have been providing locals with quality vehicles and are committed to providing you quality vehicles and service for many years to come. No sales gimmicks, no inflated pricing, just a quality pre-owned vehicle listed at retail pricing or less. Have a used vehicle to sell? Get top trade-in value or an amazing cash offer today. Let Danny or Jose provide you a great car buying experience. Call 575-622-7907 or stop by Sierra Blanca Motors at 720 South Main Street in Roswell. Se habla español.
Looking for the perfect gift? Get him a shirt from Untuck It. Now you can get up to 50% off with the Black Friday sale happening right now at Untuck It. Untuck It shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They're the easiest way to keep them looking sharp and feeling comfortable. You can't go wrong with our super soft flannels and wrinkle-free shirts, so don't miss it. Up to 50% off for a limited time only. Find the perfect gift for every guy in your list at untuckit.com or 80+ Untuck It stores. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Your home for Sean Hannity in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Correspondent Julie Walker.
Video posted by Jesus Ochoa shows a red SUV speeding along the parade route in suburban Milwaukee. It happened so fast, people were not sure what was going on as marching bands continue playing and mix in with sirens going off. Police Chief Dan Thompson.
We do have a person of interest in custody at the moment, but this is still a very fluid investigation.
But he's not giving details about any possible motive. Thompson says they don't believe the suspect shot at anyone. He says an officer did fire his weapon to stop the SUV.
And that report from correspondent Julie Walker. It's going to feel a lot like a pre-pandemic Thanksgiving for travelers this year. Shelley Adler reports.
Have your patience, because it's going to feel like an old-time Thanksgiving.
AAA spokesman Andrew Gross.
We're projecting that more than 53 million people are going to travel for Thanksgiving. But we also know that about 90% of those folks who are planning to travel are going to go by car.
And it was busy at the airports, too.
We are expecting about 4.2 million people to travel by air. As opposed to the fact that just a little over 2 million people traveled last year.
I'm Shelley Adler.
And there's more good news for homeowners and those seeking to buy a home. Sales of previously occupied U.S. homes ticked higher in October. That marks their strongest pace since January. Analysts cite historically low mortgage rates for the rise, along with continued job growth and a stock market right now at all-time highs. And on Wall Street at this hour, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up by 239 points. The NASDAQ up about 71. The S&P 500 up about 40 points. More of these stories at townhall.com.
Your pets have the same energy they used to? Do they have problems with itching, scratching, a dull coat, or goopy ears? Then your pets need Dinovite.
DINOVITE.com.
For over 20 years, pet owners have trusted Dinovite to supplement their pet's diet.
We started Dinovite, and in our first box, we noticed a difference.
Dinovite is an all-natural daily supplement made from whole foods that help support your pet's immune system, digestion, skin, and coat.
Within 3 weeks, he's not scratching and itching, and he's an all-around happier dog.
Today's commercial pet foods are processed at high temperatures, which bakes out all the essential goodness. These processed foods can lack the essential vitamins, enzymes, and probiotics that contribute to overall good health. Adding a scoop of Dinovite to your pet's food bowl is the answer.
If you love your pets as much as I do, you'll want to do what's best for them to live long, healthy, happy lives. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dinovite.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
The whispers are getting louder, as Jason Walker reports.
Democrats have been saying out loud what others are saying privately, that Joe Biden's political standing is so weak less than a year into his presidency, he will not be able to win re-election in 2024 if he runs again. Speculation has intensified about the short list of would-be successors. The list is led by Vice President Kamala Harris, but it also includes Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg and New Jersey Senator Cory Booker. Jason Walker reporting.
A legislative investigation has found what it calls overwhelming evidence that former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo engaged in sexual harassment and ordered state workers to help produce his book during work hours. A report released today also found that Cuomo's executive chamber revised a state report to exclude deaths of nursing home residents at hospitals. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. 2 members of a missionary group kidnapped in Haiti more than a month ago are now free, safe, and said to be in good spirits.
Ohio-based Christian Aid Ministries says it can't give the names of those released. The ministry also says they can't disclose why the 2 group members are free or other information. The group says while we rejoice at this release, our hearts are with the 15 people who are still being held. A 400-member gang kidnapped the 17-member missionary group back on October 16th.
That is correspondent Andrew Stewart reporting. That missionary group is made up of 16 U.S. citizens, 1 Canadian, including an 8-month-old. Democracy is said to be getting weaker across the world thanks to COVID-19. Countries notably taking undemocratic and unnecessary actions to contain the coronavirus, according to an intergovernmental body report. That report released today by the group International IDEA. More on these stories can be found at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to our number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters. Happy Thanksgiving.
We've been doing that voice all morning, ironically.
Have you?
Well, you'll hear it someday soon, but the new spot for Carabelli Dental, we decided to go a different route.
Ooh.
And we went with...
went dark?
The cinematic voice.
Oh.
He came in saying, I've been trying new voices with my kids.
Oh.
With my kid. And so we wanted to try a voice with a voice on the spot.
So Keon's a voice... what would you say?
An impressionist.
An impressionist?
A bit of an impressionist, yeah.
Oh, yeah? What's
Dude,
some of his
I'll tell you
characters?
This.
I want to know.
If you've never heard him break out
He was just on this morning. I wish I had this information then.
I'm saying, if you've never heard him break out his Russian accent, dude's got a flawless Russian accent.
He got that good Russian accent.
It's super good. He's got the brug. He knows when to roll the R's. And he's really, really good at it. It sounds like like a Russian, like the Russian heavy, you know what I'm saying? Like the big dude.
Did he watch I
don't know.
Hunt for Red October 1,000 times? Just pick that up or something?
Maybe. But he does that one really good. I'm trying to think of
Spies Like Us.
A Southern. He does a real good Southern accent. Although, I've tried.
Where's Keon from originally?
I don't know.
That might be natural.
I want to say somewhere probably east.
Okay.
But
because maybe he's from the South. Maybe Keon's putting on a front. Maybe we catch him in his personal life. Be like, "What y'all doing? Get y'all."
Maybe he's
stick there."
actually from Pryapat, in that Russian accent he's so good at his real voice.
Comrade.
Maybe he's just incredibly good at doing the American accent.
I'm Comrade Keon. Maybe.
Comrade Keon. Keon.
If he dies, he dies.
I will break you.
I must break you.
And then fix your mouth. So yeah, we've been doing that voice all morning, kind of writing in it and trying to match the style.
Nice. All right.
Spoiler alert for the upcoming Carabelli Dental commercial. We're trying to we spent about 20 minutes trying
All
to
my comrades go to Carabelli Dental.
We spent about 20 minutes trying to pinpoint the right kind of music for the spot. I was like, because we're going into like a this winter thing, so I'm like, okay, so maybe less Harry Potter and more like Die Hard. He was very happy to be associated with Die Hard, so I think that's the angle we're taking. That's going to be a few more explosions and some whooshes, and we'll be done.
Wish those bad teeth a yippee-ki-yay.
Go to Carabelli Dental, they said. It'd be fun, they said.
If I go to the dentist next time and there's a big furry pink carpet to rub my feet on at the bottom of that chair, I'm going to know what's going on.
Oh, that's great.
Just sitting there going, oh, yeah, it is calming. Oh,
Did you guys change your name to Nagasaki Dental?
Nakatomi
Dental? Yeah, what the? I mean, well played.
I'd like to introduce our new dental assistant, Hans Gruber.
Is that Carl Winslow at the front desk?
Who's the guy eating Twinkies in the cop outfit? Oh, man. Then you got that one guy, the slicky boy salesman guy. Remember, he was trying to suck up to the Hans Gruber and ended up killing him. And he was all like, hey, Hansi baby. You know that guy?
I don't know why. See, and this is what always happens to me is I have the parallel thoughts. So thinking of him in the ductwork with the ladder, that scene, it always makes me flash to Michael Richards in the ductwork in Airheads. Crawling through and just trying to get to the sandwich.
Yeah. All you need is put Michael Richards in a ripped up white.
Because he did the lighter thing too, but then he burned his hand. So yeah.
Was this a Zippo?
Yeah, I think it was a Zippo. Yeah, because he got lit and he was like trying to and then he's like, he burned his hand.
Yeah. Well, by the way, I'm one of those people that yell at everybody about, everyone with the Die Hard Christmas movies and all that. I'm not Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
That's what everyone says. It's not. It released in July. It came out over the summer.
Yeah, but it's
that in and of itself disqualifies as a Christmas movie.
It's based around the holidays.
Doesn't matter. It came out in the summer. It was not meant for holidays.
I'll challenge you with this. There's only like maybe 2 good Thanksgiving movies, and one of them is one of the best movies of all time. I'll challenge you to figure out which one it is.
Thanksgiving movies?
Thanksgiving movies.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of Thanksgiving movies now. I can't think of many.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh yeah, that's a 1 seed.
That is
that's
absolutely one of the best movies of all time, but also one of the only Thanksgiving movies I can honestly think of.
Yeah, now that you say it, I really everything else is Christmassy.
Here's another fun fact for you. You know the song Jingle Bells? Not a Christmas song.
No?
Nope. It was originally a Thanksgiving song, but Thanksgiving songs weren't popular. It was like that song and Adam Sandler pretty much cornered the market. So it's now a holiday song.
I think we should bring it back.
Because think about it. Look at the lyrics of Jingle Bells. Nowhere in it does it mention Christmas. It talks about, one horse open sleigh.
Yeah.
Fields white, all that stuff.
Well, let's bring it back.
Yeah.
Let's start playing Jingle Bells at Thanksgiving.
I agree.
We'll just start doing
just Jingle Bells though. No other Christmas music. Don't you try to slip that Mannheim Steamroller crap.
So it's too late for this year. But next year,
too late for us this year, folks.
November 1 of next year, I'm going to play Jingle Bells every day, all day during the show. Not all day, but every. Maybe I'll change my intro music to Jingle Bells for the month of November next year.
Maybe find you like a fun remix.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know there's.
Well, I guess by that mindset, Jingle Bell Rock would also be a Thanksgiving song. Although they might have worked in Christmas.
That one said I think they have Christmas references in Jingle Bell Rock.
We're all going through the lyrics. Mix that mingle and jingle me. I don't know.
I think there's some in the not the chorus part, but in the there's some talk of stuff under the tree and Christmassy talk in there. I know there is.
Giddy up, jingle horse, kick up your feet. Yeah.
I think there's something
There
about
probably is
Christmas
something
in
in
there
there about
somewhere.
Christmas.
Yeah.
They went ahead and messed it up for the rock remix.
Yeah. But yeah, I think now that I know that piece of information, I think I'm gonna bring back Jingle Bells for Thanksgiving.
You just want to say it so bad, don't
I do.
you? I know,
do.
man. Every time
I do.
You're gonna put nope. Can't say that.
I want to, but everybody's triggered.
It's just a primate sitting on the front of a house. That's all it is.
It's just so funny because it's so off-putting, and that's what makes it funny.
But that's what makes the joke work.
I know, but everyone gets so butthurt because they can't tell it's just a joke.
Go watch Clerks 2 if you want to know what we're talking about.
To be honest, it actually makes fun of the people that you're butthurt about
Mm-hmm.
when they do those kind of jokes. It's making fun of the people that you are calling evil.
Right.
It's calling them stupid, rube-like people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't get behind that, then what good are you to me? If you can't join in the celebration of making fun of bad people,
Mm-hmm.
then I got no love for you because
Right.
bad people deserve it.
That's right. It's what makes the world go round. If we can't make fun of the
How do
least
you
fortunate
combat a racist? By overtly making fun of them
Mm-hmm.
and then pointing out how ridiculously stupid they look and sound.
Mel Brooks.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
Exactly.
Mel Brooks.
But these people today don't get that. They're too, I don't know. It's like they have their creativity, unless a computer tells them to do it, they don't know it. It's like, ugh. Anyway,
the sense of humor stops. Basically.
Bring back stupid. Never mind. It is 9:14. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a few minutes. Then, here about 9:15, we're going to have a little treat for you today. A young man by the name of Nick Baca is going to be joining us. He is a Boy Scout here in the Boy Scouts of America. He is currently working for his Eagle Scout Award. It is the highest rank award possible in scouting, and a very small percentage of scouts achieve the rank of Eagle in scouting. And Nick is working on his Eagle Scout project. One of the requirements to get Eagle Scout is the scout has to create, plan, organize an event, a project from start to finish. A lot of times it's a project that benefits the community in some way, a clothing drive or a opportunity to renovate or upgrade something, things like that. So Nick is going to join us here. He's going to talk all about his Eagle project, what he's got planned, where you can help him, because part of the project he has to go from start to finish, come up with the idea, the concept, the permissions that he has to get to do the project. If there's any material or labor involved, he's got to acquire that. Generally speaking, it's usually through donations, things like that. When you're an Eagle Scout, they don't give you here's a budget of $5,000, go make it happen. No, you got to plan all of that. Where's the money coming from? How do you, that's part of the Eagle project from start to finish. And so so Nick's going to join us. We'll talk about that project and everything else in scouting here in just a few. Later on this hour, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety, along with your Sean Hannity update and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, though, let's take a look at your weather forecast. And in all fairness, not too, it's cooler, but it's going to be relatively mild compared to other parts of the state. So I don't think it's so bad. Enjoy it. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today, mid to upper 60s. We've got high pressure over the area, so we get sunshine. A few clouds overnight and dipping into the mid 30s. A little bit warmer tomorrow, low to mid 70s, and a few clouds drifting by, and it will be a little bit breezy. Cloudy on Tuesday night, and then about 70 with more clouds on Wednesday. Thanksgiving Day looks sunny, mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. And currently, did it update? Yes, it did. 43 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 53%. Winds are, in fact, calm at the moment. Sunny today. Expect highs mid-60s. 66 officially with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 34. So Chile, but not just above freezing Chile. West winds at around 5 miles per hour. We're going to be in the mid-70s for you Tuesday. Mostly sunny, 74 officially with west winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 44. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, another day right around 70, partly cloudy. Highs near 70. Southwest winds 5 to 10. Wednesday night, there is a 20% chance at some rain showers. They're talking before 11, otherwise mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 35. Cooler for your Thanksgiving Day. Mostly sunny Thursday. Highs only expected to reach mid-50s, 55 on Thursday. Thursday night, mostly clear. Chilly, overnight low of 29. Black Friday, we'll be back up into the mid-60s under sunny skies. And then for the weekend, 68 on Saturday. 63, mostly sunny on Sunday. All right, it is 9:18. We're going to go ahead and take a 3.5-minute commercial break. And then here on the other side, Nick Baca, going for his Eagle Scout, will join us here to talk about his Eagle project. That's coming up on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925, we have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Get up to $4,000 overbook at Roswell Nissan. You heard that right. Up to $4,000 overbook for your trade. Trade values are setting records, so bring it in and upgrade. With $1 down, no payments till next year, and up to $4,000 for your trade, now is the time. Roswell Nissan has special programs available that can make it happen for you regardless of your situation. Get a free turkey with an appraisal and free AirPods with a qualified test drive. Up to $4,000 overbook. On now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
This is another commercial from your friends at Roswell Ford, so you're probably expecting to hear about all the great deals here at the Tailgate Nation. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. First, we want to talk about buying a car from you. Roswell Ford is looking for gently used, late-model cars and trucks, and if you have one, we're prepared to pay top dollar for it, even if you're not ready to buy anything from us. Just bring it in and see how much it's worth. You'll probably be surprised. And if you are looking to trade up, Roswell Ford has 27 trucks, 30 SUVs, 22 cars, the largest pre-owned selection in southeastern New Mexico, like a Jeep Cherokee for just $10,900, a Ford Escape for just $11,900, and a Jeep Patriot for only $16,400, a Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT, just $19,900. And Roswell Ford backs each one with a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you won't be second-guessing yourself. Buying or selling, you can't go wrong when you're doing business with the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford.
Move on over to the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop in downtown Roswell. The Cow is stocked with fabrics and everything you need. And the Calico Cow is your destination for brand new Brothers sewing machines. Find out more and shop online at RoswellQuilting.com or move on over to the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop in downtown Roswell. Want to know how? Come see the cow.
High-flying action is back on the High Plains as Eastern New Mexico University men's and women's basketball is back on the hardwood. ENMU has a thrilling home slate as they welcome in conference rivals and national runner-up West Texas A&M, in-state rival Western New Mexico, and many other exciting matchups that you don't want to miss. Season tickets start as low as $50 for the 2021-22 season. Call 575-562-2153 or visit GoEasternAthletics.com for more ticket information. ENMU Greyhound men's and women's basketball. All in.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The average person spends 6 months of their lifetime waiting for a red light to turn green. Share this information with a police officer that pulls you over the next time you run a red light. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning is Boy Scout Nick Baca here with us this morning. Good morning, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, sir?
Excellent. So Nick, now. How long have you been in scouting? Since when did you start in Scouts?
I started in second grade.
Okay.
From Weeblos until
So you've been
now.
since the very beginning. I noticed he's got his arrow of light on. I was in Scouts, so I kind of know things when I see the arrow. So I knew he was in Cub Scouts.
Yeah, definitely.
Good deal. So you've been involved since second grade, and now about ready to go for your Eagle here. Well, COVID kind of put a little bit of a damper on your Eagle Scout plans.
It definitely did.
Yeah. That put things on a hiatus where a lot of the scouts, couldn't continue some of their things like their service project and stuff. So fortunately, because time does not stop, you're going to turn 18, whether there's COVID or not. They were kind enough to say, hey, we're going to give you guys some extensions for folks that are going to turn 18 during COVID here to stop you from, so you can't prevent you from earning your Eagle Scout.
Right.
So you're one of the unique scenarios where you're actually a little over, 18. You're 18, but because of COVID, you're trying to finish up your Eagle project here, which I imagine on top of your plans for after high school and everything else that's going on right now, you're a pretty busy young man. Right?
Oh, I'm definitely busy. I'll say that. Definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about for folks that aren't familiar, Eagle Scout is the highest rank in Boy Scouts and scouting. It's a rare I don't know the numbers now, but back when I was in scouting, it was 1 out of every 100 scouts was an Eagle Scout, earned Eagle Scout. I think that number's changed a little bit since then, but it's roughly around there. It's something that most Boy Scouts don't get a chance to earn. They come into scouting and they get to learn great opportunities, but a lower percentage of scouts actually stick through it to get to the Eagle Scout part. So it's a big deal what Nick's doing here. And part of doing this, they rise through ranks. So Life Scout is where Nick, you're currently sitting at right now. Of course, you have to earn merit badges. There's requirements to get Eagle, but one of the main hurdles to becoming an Eagle Scout is they have to complete a service project. This is a project that basically, and if I say anything wrong, Nick, please tell me I'm out of spoken here. But basically, Nick's got the responsibility of creating a project from start to finish. It's up to him whether he chooses. A lot of these projects somehow benefit the community. Maybe it's we're going to update some stuff at a park. Maybe we're going to start a clothing drive or a food drive. It's usually things along those kind of events. But the scout has to plan it from start to finish. They decide what the project's going to be, find out what's involved with that, get the permissions, get the personnel to help make the project, get the materials to help execute the project, and of course document and report all of his progress, and then at the end give a presentation on everything you did, how it went, and hopefully succeeds at the end when the project's done. And that's basically one of the main requirements. I mean, it's not the only requirement for Eagle, but it's one of the big ones.
Yes.
And so you're Nick, you're in the middle of organizing and putting that project together right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now that I've set the table, tell us a little bit about your Eagle project. What did you choose to do for your Eagle project?
So I actually had a friend who also was an Eagle Scout, and his mom used to work at the Roswell Zoo.
Okay.
And so she was like, there needs to be a lot of updating. I mean, it's outdated. I mean,
the city's actually just starting to do some of that now. So you went in and said, hey, I can help and tackle a project here.
And they're under like a new director too, I'm pretty sure. And so I got to meet with him. He's a really nice guy. Met with his assistant, Andrea Cole. So it was a really good time meeting them and being able to talk to him. And so we tossed ideas back and forth, and we're going to do whiskey barrel planters.
Okay.
And we're going to try to spread them around the zoo, just a little beautification.
Gotcha.
Make it
help with the landscaping and adding to the beautification of the zoo.
Yes.
Cool. So your task is to acquire, assemble, and place these planter barrels, and I'm assuming plant some kind of plants in the planter barrels.
Yes.
And then put them at wherever the staff zoo would like you to place them.
Right, exactly.
Cool. Very good. So how far into the project are you right now?
Right now, I have half of what I need.
Okay.
I have the soil, I have the plants, Now it's just getting the barrels.
So you need the barrels.
Yes.
So looking for donations of the barrels for the planters here. Now, how does that, and this is where I'm naive, do they give you like old barrels and you cut them in half, or do they already set up? That's the part I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was at Home Depot too, and they also had like basically the same thing that I was looking for, the barrels and everything. And that's where I went to, and they even gave me like a coupon and everything because, that's what they're able to do.
They can't give them to you, but they can give you a discounted price.
Right.
Okay.
And so right now it's just raising the money, getting it ready. Okay. And this weekend is when it's going to kick off, and I'm going to start it and finish it.
So you need to get all the barrels in place by this weekend here for the. Okay. So how much money are you looking at? You need to raise right now.
Right now, my goal is $300.
$300. Okay.
Yes.
That'll buy you enough planters to at least get them started and everything else.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So you got your plants, you got your soil. Is that the last thing you're missing is these planters, or is there other equipment and things you need too?
It's really just the planters.
Okay.
Because I know the zoo has a lot of stuff for me to use.
Sure.
I've talked with them. I'm even meeting with them tomorrow.
I imagine you acquired the sweat equity, the labor part. It'll be some of your fellow scouts helping.
Yes, I have some scouts. I even have my own like close personal friends that are coming out, and they're like, "Hey, we'll help you with this."
Cool.
So
they're
really
gonna roll up
stoked
their
about
sleeves
that
too. Good deal. That's
so
awesome.
It was really great to hear. So it's just getting this done and finishing it. The last push right here.
Excellent. So what kind of plants are going in these planters? I know you get them all donated, but what were some of the things you got acquired here? Are they like flowers? Are they more like bushes? Or I'm trying to pick a picture.
They're kind of more like bush flowers, I guess.
Okay.
They're like tall and standing.
Gotcha. Something that the planter would. It's not like it's hosting a bunch of flowers in the planter. It's like a big.
No, yeah, it's just one big bush
or tree, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, my thumb is about as brown as they come. I don't know anything about planting. But that's cool. So what made you decide the zoo? It was just your friends basically said, there's a lot of projects out there.
Oh,
that's
yes.
where you need to look.
That was definitely one of the big key factors. And then just being able to get in contact with them and talk to them like face to face. I mean, it really showed me, I can do something here.
Cool. So let me ask, Nick, are you from Roswell, just where you grew up?
Yes, this is where I've grown up. I've stayed my entire life.
So did you, growing up as a kid here, did you spend time out at the zoo? Or
I went a lot.
Cool.
Going to feed geese, going to see the animals with my parents.
So this is kind of your home growing up too, is spending time and being a
yeah,
part.
And
that zoo's part of
to,
your home too.
Yeah, definitely. I get to give back to the place I grew up. I had a lot of fun. So, I mean, it's a really great feeling knowing that I can still do this and accomplish this.
Very good. Excellent. So how many planters total are we talking about being set up around the zoo grounds there?
Right now, for now, I'm just doing 10.
10 of them. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Good deal. So actually, that's pretty good. $300 to basically get 10 barrels, I guess. I don't know what they go for or anything. So that's pretty affordable. I think.
And it's really good that I already have half the things I got, because that's where I went to get my other donations was from Ace Hardware. They were a really big help.
Good deal.
And they're able to give me what I needed.
Yeah, so let me, while we got this, is there some people you want to thank for your help so far here for donations and stuff? I know, like you said, Westlake, they helped donate some things.
Yes.
Who else has helped you out so far?
Definitely Home Depot. I mean, that's probably where I'm going to end up going as soon as I'm able to get the money. They give me, coupon, come let us know how the project's going. Let us know when you finished it.
Okay. So they're an actively helping you trying to complete this project.
Yes,
cool.
They're very big on that too, so I really appreciate them.
Good deal.
Anything helps. I mean, that's what I'm asking for, help.
Excellent.
If you can help me, I'm all for it.
So let me ask, what's the best way to get you money right now? Is there I know in the world of technology, there's, your Venmos and these things, but do you have like a Facebook page, or is there a number they can call, or what's the best way to get a hold of you right now to do this?
I can give my own personal number, but I can also give them the location and number for the BSA Council office.
Okay, the Conquistador Council headquarters here. Okay.
Yes, and that's where I even talked to the zoo. I was like,
okay,
do you want it through you? Do you want it through me, the Boy Scouts? And she was like, it's probably better through the Boy Scouts.
Okay, so someone's like, well, I want to make sure it's going to reputable, all this. They can call the Boy Scout headquarters here direct, make the donation through there, and they will ensure that you get the money for the project here.
Yes, I think that's a lot more formal, a lot better to do.
Way,
I mean, that way they know it's actually going to a good cause.
Yeah, it's that way they can. It's all in the up and up and all that good stuff. Yeah, good deal. And of course, if you're not familiar, The Boy Scout headquarters, it's really easy to find. It's over by the orchards over there off of Country Club and, was that Aspen?
Yes, Aspen.
Yeah, it's Aspen. Basically, if you go down Country Club by the pine orchards there, you turn on to Aspen, go about 2 blocks, and there's Boy Scout headquarters right there. If you're coming off Country Club, it'd be there on your right as you come in there. So, but you can drop off money there or call ahead and say, hey, I got money for Nick Baca's Eagle project here.
Yes, that would work perfectly fine right there.
Very good. Excellent. And then, of course, Saturday is going to be the date. So if you happen to be out and about and you see a group of people out there working on some flowers and stuff, that's Nick and his crew
yes, sir.
getting this set up. So as far as your Eagle Pride or your Eagle Scout, the whole, is this your last step? Is this project, or is there more requirements you got to get done?
This right here is the last step.
This is the
I
last
actually
one.
went on a backpacking camp out this weekend, and I finished 2 of my merit badges that I needed for
So you got
Eagle.
all those required.
So I have everything. It's just the project, just turning in my application, sending it through, and finishing this project right here.
Nice. Good deal. Is it still, if I remember right, I think you need to earn 21 total merit badges. About half of them were certain required merit badges. The others
Yes.
were electives, ones you get to choose of the 100 plus or whatever it is, different merit badges you get to pick from.
Yes, that's right. Because half the ones are more like Eagle Scout required, like first aid, camping, cooking.
Yeah, environmental science was one.
Yes, and that's the one I got too. So.
Yeah, emergency preparedness was like one of those, but that might have been an either or. Things that are life skill based, things that are things that it doesn't matter what circle you're in. These are going to be assets and skill sets that benefit you no matter where you're at.
No, definitely, I agree 100% with that.
Yeah, and that's really what scouting's all about. I'm me personally, I learned so much for you. Let me ask you this. What's been the coolest thing you've done in Scouts since your time in? What's been like the thing that you were just like, wow, I would have never got to do that if it wasn't for scouting? Is there any of those kind of moments for you so far in your time at Scouts?
Really just going to the Boy Scout like campouts and really just going to like the summer camps. I mean, I would have never gone to like San Isabel or Hanape up here.
Okay.
I mean,
just so a lot that they could experience camping and things like that. That's
and like learning how to cook for myself. I mean, it's given me so much like confidence and like independence.
Yeah.
Knowing that I can do this anytime, any place.
Self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
That's really what scouting is, be prepared. And that's all you don't realize how much of that sets you up for success down the road, whatever you do, whether you're into sports or into science or into whatever it is. They prepare you to learn how to be better at those things. And that's what scouting was for me. So, good deal. So getting camping and all that. And do you ever, and of course experiences. I mean, you've probably made friends.
Oh, I made a lot of friends. I met a lot of
hang out.
people I didn't think I'd meet. It's just been a really great experience.
Yeah.
I mean,
and sometimes those friendships get closer, especially like when you go camping and it's the weather and the ideal conditions don't necessarily work out for you. Like it rains the whole time,
Right.
or your tent's broken and you can't, there's just things, or you can't get the fire started for whatever reason. And those are scenarios that are like, okay, well, that fire don't get started. We're going to be eating crunchy food or no food tonight,
Right,
depending on what it is.
definitely.
And so when you kind of experience those moments together, it kind of brings you closer and makes you good, better friends. And then later on, you were probably hanging out at another camp. Like, remember that time where we couldn't get the fire started, or so-and-so forgot to bring his tent poles or whatever it was.
Oh, definitely. Especially this last camp out too, because this is my last one. Because
you're good.
I'm gonna get there on the Eagle. So
it's a little bit
a little bit of a remancing moment for me.
Moment
yeah.
For you, I can. So what's if you don't mind me asking, what's your plans here after Eagle and all that? What do you want to do for pursuing of your next path in life here?
So after I graduate, I'm gonna be actually joining the Army.
Oh, very good.
As soon as I graduate, I really thought I was gonna continue with soccer, and then recruiters started talking to me. Sergeant Green, he was a really nice guy, and he was like, you're gonna be an Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
You're gonna complete it. I know you will.
I'm curious. Are they offering you an extra stripe for that Eagle?
Yes, they said that if I finish basic training, I'll be E3.
Yeah, I did the same thing in the Air Force. I went Air Force, but I was when I graduated basic training, I same thing. E3, got a stripe and everything else, just because I was an Eagle Scout or I am an Eagle Scout. That was the only reason. So.
And he also said, as soon as once they see that and they see that you have an Eagle Scout, and then already like be looking for leadership positions for you. For you to do more.
Absolutely. So, what are you doing in the Army? You you have a special job or anything that you're going to do?
As of right now, I don't know yet.
Okay.
Because December 1st and 2nd, I'm retaking the test.
Oh, the ASVAB?
Yes.
Okay.
Just to get a better score to get an even better job than I know I can get.
Yeah.
And then that's when they'll do my physical and I'll get sworn in.
Do you have a preference, like an area you want to lean, like mechanics, or do you want to be a GI, or do you want to work on like helicopters or something, or tanks, or what do you want to do?
I'm really just trying to find like a really good physical labor job for me.
Okay.
I mean,
it's not bad, and this is as far as plans after military, if you go in the CE world, and what that is that's your construction, your heating, air conditioning, the food guys, all of that stuff. I know you're thinking, well, that's not sexy or glamorous, but the guys that learn the air conditioning trades or those things in the military, those guys make big money in the civilian world later. I mean, they do, but rather than paying for all that training, they get it all. That's an option. Of course, if you go in the military, if you're working on helicopters and tanks and that, there's civilian jobs for all that too, if you want to. But if I were you, just my own experience, I would lean in something like you said. If you want physical, outdoor, go into a career, a position that will give you a skill set that translates into bigger money when you decide to no longer be in the Army. That will definitely help with. I was a bomb loader. My equivalent was a baggage handler on the outside. but like say you work on the helicopters, you get your AMP license through that, which is your airframe and all. You're writing your own ticket. You go work at Bell Helicopter or someone making big money. Doing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's. There's a lot of good opportunities there in the military. I will never tell people there's a lot. I mean, you gotta. It takes a mindset, and I think you've been scouting and stuff. You kind of already have that. You've already worked in a little harsher conditions. You had to work in team settings. You had to
definitely
do a lot of the things that you're going to do in the Army. You're probably going to have already experienced in one way, shape, or form through your time in scouting, and you're going to be like, "Oh, I could do this. We did this in scouts when we were doing this." And
exactly, that's exactly how I feel about that.
You're going to find out of it turns out a lot of your things you're learning and doing in the Army is going to be that very similar thing. So very cool. So again, folks, if you're just tuning in, Nick Baca is a young man who's going for his Eagle Scout right now. He's going to be actually doing the actual work for his Eagle project this weekend. He's going to be creating and planting a 10 planter box, barrel box of flower plants around the zoo here. That's from start to finish. He's at the point now where he's got all his flowers and soil. He needs the planter barrels from. And he needs about $300 to cover the cost for that. So if anybody would like to make a donation, or better yet, if you just happen to have a bunch of barrels and said,
yeah,
give you these, that will work too. Reach out. You can reach out to through the Conquistador Council's headquarters here in town. I'll have Nick give you that phone number here in just a second. But or you can, I'm sure, reach out. But he's going to be out at the zoo doing that. This weekend. But if you, the public, would like to help out, make a donation of some money for him, or the planter barrels and things, again, it's going to go out to the Spring River Zoo. It'll be part of his Eagle project here, where him and some of the scouts and his friends are going to be out there planting and building these this weekend. But he needs to get the money to purchase those for his project. Again, this is for his Eagle Scout project. This basically, if he completes his project, and then he's got a border review where they'll basically have a job interview.
Yeah.
And then, assuming that goes well, you're an Eagle Scout, and it's an amazing achievement. It's great. It's going to help him in his career with the Army here. And I'm telling you, you're going to be amazed the rest of your life how this Eagle Scout will come back into play. I'm 48 years old, and I'm still to this day, every once in a while, my Eagle Scout stuff comes back into play here.
That's everything I've been told from my mom, from my friends, from everybody that I know who has their Eagle. They still tell me it was the best experience. It was the best thing to get.
Yep.
So,
and Eagle Scouts are like Marines. There's no such thing as a former Eagle Scout. Once you're an Eagle, you're an Eagle. You're an Eagle till the day you die. You're an Eagle Scout. So kind of like Marines. There's no such thing as a former Marine either, which you'll probably learn in basic training at some point.
Yeah.
You'll former Marine, then someone will jump you when you say that. again, do you have that number for the Boy Scout headquarters here in town? If anybody has any questions or would like to make arrangements to make a donation for Nick Baca's Eagle Project here, this is the phone number to call.
Yeah, it's 575-622-3461.
3461. Call it. I think they run like an 8 to 5 generally hours over at the Boy Scout headquarters there. So leave a message if it's not in those hours here. But ideally, give him a call today so he can get this all set up and start getting his actual barrels here for the planters. And then by Saturday, it's just a matter of executing and putting it together and getting her going.
Yes, definitely.
Good deal. Well, is there anything you wanted to share? Any information that I know I've been talking a lot, but I wanted to make sure, is there anything that you wanted to get out there? Any other materials, things you could use help with, or any other things related here that we didn't get a chance to talk about?
I think that's it, really.
Okay.
It's just the final push right
Just
here.
need this last $300. This is the last little bit to purchase these planter barrels. Again, call that one more time. Give that phone number for Boy Scout headquarters there.
All right, and that number is...
Dun, 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 dun.
575-622-3461.
Good deal. And then if you don't remember that, you can look it up. Just look for Boy Scout Headquarters Conquistador Council, or even if you type Boy Scouts Roswell in your Google search, it should show it right up, and you can call the number.
Yeah, it just pops right up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, awesome. Well, thanks for coming in and talking to me. I love doing this.
I really appreciate you having me.
And I hope you come back here if you got time. Of course, I don't know if you're shipping right after graduation. So you got a little time between now and so you're going to leave in what, May, June time frame?
I think he actually said in the middle of July.
Oof. Were you going for basic?
He hasn't told me yet. He said December 1st and 2nd when we go up to MEPS. That's when he'll let me know everything.
Go up to MEPS to find out.
Yeah. So definitely looking forward to that.
I'm trying to think where the Army basic trainings go, but July might be a very warm time to be hanging out. I know, like the Marines are in Paris Island and all that. You do not want to be in those places in the summer.
Oh, it does not sound like a good time.
No. Well, they have humidity. And that's the difference. That humidity stinks.
Oh, it's the worst thing.
I was in San Antonio for basic, but I went in December. So San Antonio in winter, I didn't have any problems.
Yeah. Sounds even better. So
it's actually kind of a vacation. But, awesome. Well, good luck to you. Thank you very much. And please, when you get your project here, I'd love to have you come in and give us a recap, and then maybe that time right around the time when you're having your Eagle ceremony and stuff here, and big celebration. I'd love to have you come back and show us the pictures from the project and everything else too.
Oh, definitely. I'd love to come back, tell everyone how it went.
And hopefully this helps you too, because one of the things he's got to do, just because I know my own experience, is, he's got to basically create a packet explaining his project, and they love pictures and details. And now, granted, I did mine in the 90s, so technology was I had a lot of Polaroids and stuff. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, you've got the internet and everything else, so I imagine you could probably even pull the video from this and add it to your package and work it in there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I never had that. I had Polaroids. I had a guy with Polaroid. Here's a Polaroid. Because actually, my Eagle project's not a lot different than yours.
Oh, really?
My Eagle project in my neighborhood I lived in, it was when I first moved there, it was a neighborhood it was like the first house in the neighborhood. And then 10 years later, it was a ton of houses, and, they built the community in there. But there was a pond in our neighborhood there that we all kids and community used to go and hang out, and they put ducks there and all that. Well, they put a path around it, but that was it. They didn't really plant grass. It was just dirt in this path. So I went in and I got donations of grass seed, plants, and did that, and basically landscaped the pond. Went and planted grass seed around it, planted a bunch of trees around it, almost similar to what you did, but at this pond there. And same kind of project and all that too. So it's almost verbatim, but I took pictures and kids with the wheelbarrows full of trees and dirt. And if you look, I think I still got my project at my house somewhere, the packet.
Well, next time you're going to have to come and show me them.
I'll bring it with you and show you the pics and everything.
I'll show you mine too.
There you go. I'll show you yours, you show me mine. So, well, congratulations. Good luck. And we look forward to talking again here soon. And then I guess that next time we talk to you too, you'll be thinking about basic and getting ready for that.
Yeah, just mentally preparing, getting ready for that.
You can do it. You got it. You got that. To be honest, I think you're going to like it. I think once you get, I mean, yeah, they yell at you and all that stuff. But once you get through that and you get into the part where they broke you down and now they're building you up into what they want you to be, it's different. It's, you build the camaraderie. You build the, that sense of chewing the same dirt together.
Yeah.
There's a little of that.
That's something I'm definitely looking forward to doing too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good luck on this project. And again, folks can help them out, reach out, and let's get this $300. And let's by this weekend, we've got some new barrel plantings out there, new beautification for the zoo.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
And good luck and happy Thanksgiving. You're going to eat turkey in between all this now and then?
I'm going to try to find time to.
All right. Very good. Thanks, Nick. We'll see you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. It is 9:48. Let's pause for news, your Chaves County sports update, town hall business, and a quick break. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. A teenager from Roswell has been arrested for a deadly crash in Albuquerque over the weekend. APD says Casino Salazar was driving a Chevy SUV at a high rate of speed west on Montgomery in Albuquerque when he struck another SUV that was making a turn. The driver of that other SUV died of her injuries. Salazar first denied being the driver of that vehicle, but witnesses, police said, identified him and also told police that he appeared to have been drunk. Court records also show Salazar was arrested in Roswell November 16th for causing a crash here. Multiple earthquakes were felt earlier this fall in West Texas. That's led regulators in that state to designate a seismic response area and call for less wastewater from oil and gas development to be injected in disposal wells. As more seismic activity was reported closer to the state line, officials in New Mexico have been watching closely and gathering data. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
And it's clear that the jury stuck by the law in this particular case that an individual may use deadly force if he or she, quote, reasonably believes that such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or herself. Did Kyle Rittenhouse face imminent death or great bodily harm when Rosenbaum vowed to bleeping kill him and proceeded to chase him, as the video evidence showed, and corner him and then lunge for his gun? Is it not reasonable to believe Kyle Rittenhouse faced imminent death or great bodily harm when a group of violent rioters, that's the video of him being chased down the block, knocked him to the ground, and were about to take their foot and stomp his face into the pavement? I think there's a risk of great bodily harm and death in that situation.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Hey, I've got good news today for parents that want to homeschool their children. Look, by now you've already heard about the Acellus Learning System. It's now in use by 6,700 schools all over the country. And this year with the pandemic, Acellus, they've become the go-to solution for schooling students at home. Now, the good news today is more and more school districts, they are stepping in to pick up the cost of providing high-quality Acellus lessons to students studying at home. The program is called Cyber School, and the students study at home, and the local school district picks up the cost of the tuition. Now, check to see if your district is participating in cyberschool.com. Now, this is an opportunity to have Acellus best homeschool solution for your kids at no cost to you, the parents. That's cyberschool.com. Now, Acellus really works as a homeschool solution. Students can move at their own pace. Over 400 courses to choose from. It's a game changer that people have been looking for. Cyberschool.com. That's CYBRschool.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today, mid to upper 60s. We've got high pressure over the area, so we get sunshine. A few clouds overnight and dipping into the mid 30s. A little bit warmer tomorrow, low to mid 70s, and a few clouds drifting by, and it will be a little bit breezy. Cloudy on Tuesday night, and then about 70 with more clouds on Wednesday. Thanksgiving Day looks sunny, mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Reports. Well, Goddard had a second chance at Los Lunas on the road. The two teams met in the regular season, and Los Lunas won that football game 17-14. But Goddard was looking forward to some redemption in the state semifinals. They didn't get it, though. It was a tough day for Goddard, losing 26 21 to fall one step short of the state championship game. Goddard actually led this game 21-7. A couple of long touchdown runs by John Silva, 55 yards on Goddard's first snap of the game, and then 31-yard touchdown run. In between, you had a 35-yard touchdown pass from Adrian Vega to Elijah Romero. But Los Lunas stormed back in the second half, went ahead on a 28-yard touchdown pass, only 2 minutes left in the game. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM, 106.5.
With an SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bob Agnew. President Biden is renominating Jerome Powell to a second term as chairman of the Federal Reserve. Here's White House correspondent Greg Clugston.
After a lengthy decision-making process, the president wants Powell to stay on for another 4-year term. The selection of Powell is an endorsement of his economic stewardship throughout the pandemic recession. In a White House statement, Mr. Biden says the U.S. needs stability and independence at the Federal Reserve. He also is nominating Democrat Lael Brainerd as vice chair. She was the preferred alternative to Powell among many liberal lawmakers. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Sales of previously occupied U.S. homes ticked higher in October, marking their strongest pace since January, even as competition for relatively few properties on the market pushed prices higher. Existing home sales rose by 0.8% last month compared to September. With an SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bob Agnew.
I've heard it said, speaking my mind is easy, speaking it tactfully, not so much. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage.
Proverbs 15:15 says, a gentle answer deflects anger, but harsh words make tempers flare. Sometimes my greatest accomplishment is keeping my mouth shut. There are times when we argue that it would be easy to lash out. So I have a choice to make. I can either feed the fire or quench it with my words.
Julie and I have learned there's going to be arguments, but we've learned to fight and argue, not to be right, but to get the situation right.
So the next time you're in an argument, try saying something kind from a genuine heart to bring peace in your marriage.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Roll into winter at Big O Tires Black Friday sale. Shop jaw-dropping deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more from November 15th through the 29th. These deals are so big, we couldn't fit them into just one day or even an entire weekend. Buy 3 select in-stock Mesa tires at your neighborhood Big O Tires and get one free when you pay installation. That's right, buy 3 select Mesa brand tires and we'll give you 1 tire absolutely free when you pay installation. But hurry in, this deal won't last forever. Start your holiday shopping early at your local Big O and get your car winter ready. November 15th through the 29th. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Looking for the perfect gift? Get him a shirt from Untuck It. Now you can get up to 50% off with the Black Friday sale happening right now at Untuck It. Untuck It shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They're the easiest way to keep them looking sharp and feeling comfortable. You can't go wrong with our super soft flannels and wrinkle-free shirts, so don't miss it. Up to 50% off for a limited time only. Find the perfect gift for every guy in your list at untuckit.com or 80+ Untuck It stores. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A U.S. quarter has 119 grooves on its edge. A dime has 1 less groove. So by definition, that makes a dime less groovy. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:57. Got a few minutes here before we wrap up today's show. I just had that moment of, man, I'm old when I was thinking. I was talking with Tanner, and we were talking about Nick, the young man we just had in. He's going for his Eagle Scout. And obviously because I'm an Eagle Scout, I'm very familiar with what he's got to go through, even though it was a few years ago since I went through it. And I got me thinking. And it's been 30 years when I did my Eagle Project. It was 30 years ago when I did my Eagle Project. And that just, I don't know, I just had one of those moments of, man, that was 30 years ago. Yeah, it was the fall of 1990 when I did my Eagle Project. I was 17. I was going to turn 18 that next April and graduate high school that next April. And, that next June or May or whatever it is. But I remember it was the fall of 1990. That was almost 32 years ago. Golly, it was basically probably around 32 to the day. I mean, Thanksgiving was in the fall, October time frame. I had done it. So yeah, it's been I'm getting old. I just have one of those moments. I'm just like, man, because to me in my head, I was like, I remember it and it doesn't seem that long ago, but it was for some people over a lifetime ago. People aren't 32. You know what I mean? It's just, man, I just have one of those moments where I'm thinking, oh man, I did that thing 30 years ago. Wow. So anyway, it's kind of cool. Part of me when I see Nick and seeing what he's doing, and then I look back and I'm like, it's different, but it's not. They're still doing the same cool things that they were doing when I was there, and experiencing some of the same cool things I got to experience. So that's cool. Just it was a little full circle moment for me. So thanks for a moment of me and vibing there. We got to go. If you missed any part of today's show, I invite you to check it out at your leisure, ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel. You'll find it there. And, of course, we'll be back tomorrow and Wednesday with all new shows, and then taking Thursday and Friday off. But have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you bright and early tomorrow.
The Great One, Mark Levin.